Put a little dice under your pillow for the dice man.
What?
In case he rolls around.
What are you talking about?
Hello, everybody. It's High Rollers.
Yes!
It's like when they play that THQ noise in the cinema. Do you remember that?
Two of us started screaming at the exact same time, and it sounded like something bad happened behind the camera.
It's good. Let's get the energy up. We love it.
I've actually just expelled it all.
It's Sunday.
Users.
Sunday.
Time for some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes.
Yes, sir.
AKA the Dice Man. I'm coming around. We're joined by this week where we got Rhiannon, we got Trot, we got Kim. Say hi. Oh, we got Tom and we got Katie. Say hi. Sam just was not ready for me to go off screen. He was like, oh, he normally goes straight away. Hello, everybody. A couple of quick things before we jump into today's episode.
Yeah?
The first one, pretty exciting one, actually. Our very own music creator, maestro, Jolene. The Altheya theme is up as a nomination as one of the finalists in the Crit Awards.
Yeah.
The Crit Awards are like a TTRPG celebration of a bunch of different topics and categories and things like that. And our very own Jolene and the Altheya theme is one of the finalists in the original piece of music category. Voting ends on the July 7th, so please go and vote for it. If you go check out our Twitter, or I'm pretty sure that somebody will put it in chat as well, the link. We'll try and include it in the video description as well. But go and vote for Jolene and the Altheya theme.
It deserves an award.
It deserves an award. The Budapest Orchestra recorded it.
Yes.
That deserves an award, I think.
Imagine if we had award-winning music.
It's time for this award ceremony to face the power of the High Rollers community.
Yeah.
So go, overwhelm them with votes.
Overwhelm them. And then,
Vote.
Next year, you know, if they do different categories. They do like artists, fan artists. They do like projects. You can vote for your favorite podcasts, all that kind of stuff. They do DMs. You can.
Players.
You want to put in old Mark Humes or Kim or Trot. You can do whatever you want. Obviously, it's for this year. It's like the nominations.
But not re. Never re.
Never re. No. But nominations for this year are closed. But you can go and vote for Jolene's as the finalist, and then next year they'll be open for more stuff as well. It's a fun little thing, and Jolene worked really hard on the theme, and it's really great, and we think it should. We think it deserves an award.
We think it deserves it.
So please go and vote in the Crit Awards. That is, voting ends on July 7th. So go and get your votes in now while you can.
Yeah.
Second thing. We got some. If you're not aware, we have a merch store again. We're doing merch. We've got a few things to show off. We've got this cube shirt that Kim is wearing.
Hold this.
Trot's wearing the new Altheya logo shirt. We've got the tote bag.
Get back.
Pocket version.
Mug.
We've got it in. We've got mug, a latte fun mug. Tom's got a white version of the Altheya shirt. These are all available.
I'm
I don't
wearing a
have one.
Hamilton shirt.
I wear a plain black t-shirt, black like my soul and my heart. So you can go check that out. If you go to our merch store, this is all available. It's going to be available forever. You just print it on demand. We've seen a few people getting their stuff and really enjoying it. Thank you so much for everybody who's picked up a piece of merch and supported us and got yourself a lovely little item as well.
Lovely.
It's just very lovely.
Nice. It's very
And then, very quickly, just a quick note for next week. There will not be a new High Rollers episode next week. We're going to actually take like a little week's break. I'm going away.
How dare we?
We've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. We've got a lot of cool, very exciting things coming up. And we thought that with where the campaign is right now, it's actually a very good time for us to take a little break.
Yeah.
So no new episode next week. I don't know if the guys, maybe like somebody might do a board game stream or like, but we'll see. But probably,
We'll see.
probably not.
We'll see.
I'm in Rotterdam.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. So Trot's
Highly unlikely.
I'll just
anyone's
lay on
at
this table,
TwitchCon.
and you can stream me just laying on the table asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a Family Guy.
No, do what I did and just read a book. Don't read it out loud.
No.
Just read a book on screen for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhiannon's quiet time.
But yeah. No.
Read it
new-
with re.
Yeah.
Read
Reading.
it.
The more you know.
Well, I learned the alphabet. I'm really good at that.
Okay. Anyway, so
Bring a cat into the studio and let it loose and see
Yeah,
what happens.
absolutely.
No.
Stream it.
not in the
Not
studio.
on this table.
That is it for the announcements and things like that. All the usual good stuff. You can check out the Patreon. You can become a YouTube member. If you listen to the podcast, make sure you drop a review. We always love a good review, don't we,
We've
Tommy?
been getting tons of reviews and tons of 5-star reviews as well.
Yay.
And would you believe it? I read every single one.
He does.
Genuinely do. I love them. So
What a
give us a
nerd.
review
He
on iTunes.
desperately needs your love and validation.
I need validation.
We
You know
call
what?
it. We call him.
You get tons of validation.
We call him the Bristol Homelander, Tommy. So,
I don't want to be that.
Cut.
saying he needs that love. He
He
needs that
does
love.
love milk, though. He's a
love
big
milk.
fan of milk.
Chug-a-lugs it.
Anyway.
Anyway, I've been watching The Boys, and it just came to mind.
The latest season. And you still call him that.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst
That's a
insult I've
choice.
received.
Terrible.
No, you know what I don't mean.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Good laugh, good times.
Oh yeah.
With that, we are going to run the intro, and we'll do a recap, and we'll play some game. Huh?
You're like the deep.
Oh. The plot of Tobias Leto and the Lamplighters Guild has been dramatically revealed as a dome of sickening light and smoke falls across Ashen Rest, and demons from the pit of Diablos begin to appear from the Everlights. Duke Ignarius is afflicted with a sinister spell that confuses him and makes him believe he is fighting in the Oriat insurrection, turning against his own children. With a number of allies supporting them, the party rush towards one of the watchtowers on the town walls, where a faulty Everlight may be the key to stopping this demonic invasion. With numerous demons in their path, including a powerful firearm-wielding commander, as well as civilians to try and save, the party had little time to spare to reach the tower and stop the Lamplighters' chief illuminator, Morris Goldsight, from repairing the Everlight and completing the ritual in full. 2 rounds remain before Morris can make the final repairs, though only the demonic commander Neros remains on the battlefield. However, with the party battered and bruised, the sickly light and smoke of the dome covering the town takes on a demonic face as its gaze turns towards the tower and the battle at hand.
What?
Oh. Oh, that's
They're not
new.
meant to look at us.
First things first, it is time for our to determine our Crucible of Fate.
Yeah.
So I'd like everyone to roll a d6, please.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby, baby.
Well, let's start with you, Tom.
4.
That is a dice for you.
Oh my god, I'm dropping so much stuff.
A 1, that is a dice for me.
There.
3.
A dice for me.
There.
1.
A dice for me.
Woohoo!
A dice
For real?
for me.
House last week.
It wasn't full, was it?
Hey!
A dice for you.
So
Nice.
it's 2 to us, 4
2
to
to 4.
Well, not
Cool.
us, you. Yeah.
So, at the top of the round, before anybody's turn, as I said, you see in the great smoke of this yellow, greenish, sickly light, a face, horrid, demonic, its thick jowls, horns and spikes sticking out from overinflated, thick neck and cheeks, low brow with studded horns and curved matter, and this hideous mouth peers down, almost as if seeing what is happening for the first time. You hear its voice bellow out. What are you doing? Neros, stop them. I will not forgive you if you fail me in this. They must not be allowed to reach the light. Tobias, stop them or our deal is forfeit. Whatever creature this is, the demonic mastermind behind all of this, seems to bear witness. And you see coalescing like fingers, tendrils of smoke begin to impact around the battlefield. I'm going to immediately spend 2 points of fate to summon a number of minions. Directly from the demonic entity itself, not needing the Everlight. It is going to plunk these down.
Okay.
Plonk them down.
So as it stands,
Just plonk them.
we have.
I'm going to do...
Where's Gruff?
I'm at the foot of
Yes,
the big
Gruff is
tower.
prone currently. I'll go over that in a minute.
Just lying down. I'm just lying on the floor, rolling around.
We did wipe out the minions before because the Everlights would bust.
Yeah. You don't need no Everlights. You don't need no
Everlight.
All in all, you're just another light on the wall. That didn't work.
So we see, and you've seen these minions before. They are humanoid in shape, but they're made of this kind of sickly light, this sickly, smoky essence. They take on these kind of vaguely demonic, kind of horned, humanoid shapes as they appear. So they appear immediately. The other thing that I think Ophelia and Xanthius right now would be the only ones who would really see this is out in the distance towards the Pharos, the Lamplighters Guild headquarters. You've seen that there's a small figure up on the roof. That figure basically begins magically flying towards you here.
Okay. Pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yeah. They are moving at a pretty rapid speed. You don't know how long it might take them. Like, it is quite a distance away. But they are flying in this direction. And that face, by the way, remains watching from above. And those tendrils of smoke, once the minions are sort of created, it almost deposits them. They kind of swarm back up. But that swirling essence is still there.
So we could do it again.
It could do it could do other things, we don't know. To kind of go over the battlefield, we have the sort of scattered debris, broken pillars, broken pieces of wall and stone, the scattered remnants of a cart. Rowan is down on the streets near some of the lights. Benedicta has rushed forward, making her way towards stairs leading up towards the town walls. Daisy and Sir Grield nearby as well, where one of these new packs of minions has arrived. Many of the buildings are on fire, including the barracks, which is actually what connects to the top of the wall, where we have Ophelia and Gruff, who is currently prone, are facing off against demonic commander Neros, this kind of demonic sniper rifle wielding warrior demon, accompanied by the Fey-created bird that were given to you by Blackwing. The tower itself has a door entrance just behind Neros, and it's about 30 feet high, where at the top, Morris Goldsight is working on this Everlight, trying to repair it as quickly as possible. That is where we stand now. We are going to start at the top of the initiative.
Yeah. Which is turn
With the
7.
This is turn 7. This is the beginning of turn 7. You have one full round. Then turn 8, you have the rest of turn 8. At the end of turn 8, on initiative count 1 on turn 8, Morris will make his first attempt to fix the Everlight.
Okay.
The DC for that is 25.
Oh, right. But
He has
yes,
a
high.
plus 10 bonus. So it means I have to roll a 15 or higher, and
And it gets
succeeds.
easier each time as well.
It gets 5. It will be reduced by 5 each round. So the next round, I'll need a 10 or higher, then a 5 or higher, and then the fourth round after it's guaranteed.
That's the start
basically.
of turn 9, right?
Yeah, so 2 turns from now, he's going to start doing that.
Well, at the end of turn 8.
Yeah.
That's what I said. At the
I thought you
end
said
of
initiative 1.
initiative, well, the lowest initiative.
see.
Lower, yeah. Other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Not first.
Oh.
Initiative
Wait,
last.
yeah.
Oh,
Alrighty. The first up, and I know you weren't here, Katie, but it is Daisy up first. You're at the top
can
of
I
a
not
round.
be up first?
Unfortunately, you are the top of
Really?
the initiative.
Oh, that fucking sucks. I don't really know what's going on.
You could, if you want to, you can delay.
Can I delay?
Sure,
And let
sure.
someone go, just for the purpose of like,
Sure.
I'm not really.
Well, for your benefit, these minions, by the way, are weak. Well, not weak.
Well, yeah,
like,
they're
they are-
minions.
Yeah.
They're minions.
They're not the worst.
Do you want to? So what we'll say is either you can go at the very end of the round. Actually, no, because then you'll get 2 turns in a row. So that's probably not a good idea. Do you want to have just Gruff go first and then take it after Gruff?
I could go at the end of the round, and then just can we just change my initiative to the end of the round completely? Going forward?
Would you want to? We could drop you down initiative. Let's see here.
I just feel like jumping in right away, I'm not really going to get a good idea.
How about? Well, you could also hold your action as well. Like if you wanted to be like, I'm going to hold my action. If anything comes near me, I'll attack it.
That's not going to get the full use of my turn if I do that.
How about I put you down at initiative 12?
Okay.
Half of what your current score is. Well, half your initiative score.
Thank you. That
that
would
for
be good.
the-
Just
Because in that way, you're not going to get a double turn, basically, and stuff like that.
I don't
So
want a
for
double
the-
turn. I'm just.
For the rest of the battle? Or?
that'll be for the rest of the battle.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry, well, half your
makes sense.
initiative.
So that I get a.
Yeah, that's fine. You weren't here
Vibe,
last
if
week.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine. Yeah, you weren't here last week. It totally makes sense. In that case, Gruff will be the first one to go.
Sighing, cursing, swearing,
You are
leading, staring up at the sky,
Is Neros.
staring up at Neros's balls.
He doesn't have balls.
Okay.
He has his little his tummy mouth.
He's staring up at his tummy mouth, which is probably drooling on Gross' face.
Yeah, definitely drooling, like kind
No
of.
butthole?
Huh?
No butthole?
No, demon.
Demons.
But if it did, teeth though, right?
If he had one, it would have teeth. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Right, now that we've established that very critical law, Tom Hazel.
Well,
Wiki team are going. Yeah, that's fine.
they love this shit.
I'm gonna roll over, cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Good.
Ooh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. I'll do that in a second.
Okay, so action, cure wounds.
Push myself up.
Stand up from prone, half movement.
Can I
Next to Ophelia.
skirt around, not provoking? He's in the way.
Without that climb speed, the only reason you could do it as a spider is because you could climb up on the wall and around the tower. He is basically, you would have to move through his space to get to the door currently. So he's basically body blocking the door. Right?
And he'll have an up of attack, right?
Well, you can't, I mean, I think can you move through his space as difficult terrain? I think you might be able to. I think that might be a special thing. I'm going to say for now, like, you just can't, like, you can move away, but you can't move through him unless you, like, shove him or get him out of the way or something like that.
Use my buff.
How
used
injured
it
is he
to
looking? Is he looking?
He's barely taken any
Unless it-
any
does it
damage.
still work?
He's taken
No,
about
I already used
18
it
points of
once to
damage so far.
Who, the demonic?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Commander Neros, yeah.
So I only have a bonus action now, and I don't have anything I can.
You got 15 feet of movement and bonus
Do that.
action, yeah.
Could I make some sort of? Hold on a minute. The dice are the wrong way around.
No, he used to.
Oh, he used to. Could I make some kind of devil's bargain to try and use my bonus action to shove him?
Well, no. So the thing with the Devil's Bargain is I'm going to allow it to do things that the rules don't cover. Shove is a part of the rules. So as an action, you can basically make a special type of attack where you shove somebody. But it is an action to do.
What could I do with a bonus action? I've got.
You tell me what abilities you have. Like, I'm happy to, like, bend and twist abilities that you have. Or things that are out of your control. Like the smoke
Yeah.
thing that we had and stuff like that. Like,
Don't
find a
really-
specific thing.
The only thing I have left is a daunting roar as a bonus action. I'm out of everything else.
And make him run.
You can try and make him frightened. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to save that for Morris.
Oh, right.
But then Morris is probably pretty wise / intelligent.
What's the range on it?
You know, you had to heal yourself. Like, if you need to, like, you might have to, Ophelia can try and shove or, maybe next turn, but...
Could I use a bonus action to assist Ophelia in whatever Ophelia does next?
Again, that's covered by the help
It has to
action.
be
Is an action.
specific. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's the bending of the rules thing is more like if it's not covered by the rules already, or like if it's like I want to do this thing that I can do, but make it like extra somehow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't actually, for some reason, I can't find any rules about moving through a creature's space.
So
I'm
it
sure
says
it's somewhere.
if it's
there you go.
2 spaces larger or 2 sizes larger, you
Yeah.
can do it freely. If not, it's difficult terrain.
There you go, it's difficult terrain. So you've only got 15 feet of movement, so you couldn't actually make it to the other side of him. It'll basically cost 20 feet of movement to move through him, basically.
Could I look at the door and see if it looks locked?
Yeah, I'd say you could do that as a bonus action. Give me a perception, because you're not interacting with it, so it'd be perception check.
16.
16. You can't tell if it's locked. Looking at a door, no way to know if it's locked. Like, you know, it does look like that there is like some sort of keyhole or something like that. But one thing you do notice, Gruff, just as you actually take a look, a very faint shimmer in the form of glyphs, like a sigil, like a magic sigil glyph.
Okay.
And it's very barely like visible, like a shimmering of light implanted on the door.
Can I shout or say to Ophelia, what is my voice?
Hello, my
Who
name is
am I?
Gruff.
It's Gruff.
I'll turn to Ophelia and go, hello, my name's Gruff. From a little village called Tremoro. There's a glyph on the door. It must be warded or something. Be careful. Okay.
All right,
That me.
end of turn.
Yeah, so Grield? Or
Yeah, he goes after. He goes either before or after you. So
I am going to make Sir Grield attack the commander.
okay, pull up the crossbow.
Oh, Neros.
16 plus 5 to hit. 16,
That
21.
will hit.
And I rolled,
boy.
I rolled a 9. Plus 3. 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Damn, Griald.
Okay,
Wait, you
Griel.
good, huh?
Yeah, that crossbow bolt thuds in, and you see him. It would be slightly reduced because he has resistance to non-magical weapons. So you did 12.
12,
So
yeah.
it'd be 6 instead. So you do see it kind of, the crossbow bolt thuds into him. Some of its impact is absorbed. The bolt kind of falls out. You can see that it's left like a slight wound into him. And the commander is like, I'm not going to be punished for letting you all get to this light. And you can see that he's building up something as Grield's bolt thuds into him.
Can I move 25 foot diagonally towards Benedicta?
Towards Benedicta. 5, 10, 15.
Maybe, yeah, tuck behind the...
20?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
happy
I've
with
got
that?
a little bit of cover behind
Sure.
some barricades.
Okay. End of turn.
That is me.
All right, demonic commander Neros. Neros is going to, he kind of with a roar, he kind of goes, he has like this sniper rifle, and then in his 2 smaller hands, he had like a hatchet, like an axe and a pistol. He takes the axe and with a roar, he slams the axe onto the end of the sniper rifle. And you watch as the metal heats, like his hands heat up, and it kind of melts, and the rifle itself seems to like shift like liquid metal as he's going to shift into his second form. And you watch as like ornamental armor covering some parts of his body kind of spreads over and forms like a metallic cloak behind him, like almost like a scaled cloak behind him, and a helmet kind of engulfs his head as he's going to create his gun halberd.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Of course he's got a gun halberd.
As he's just like, I will not fail, you Master Balangscore. Yeah, he's going to shift into his second form.
Rad.
He's got 2 targets up next to him.
Yep.
Gruff, you've just taken a hit, but you've healed yourself.
Yeah.
Who of the 2 of you looks more bloodied and injured at this
What
point?
are you on?
I'm on 22. Me then.
Okay, so
17.
Gruff looks more bloodied and injured. In that case, his gun halberd, he's going to bring down on a chop on you, Ophelia.
Go.
It's tango.
That is only going to be a 13 to hit, though. 13 to hit. So you, with the veracity, you parry it to the side as the blow goes wide. But then one of his now free demonic hands is going to try and grab you, like claw you and grab you, Gruff. That is a 15 to hit.
Exactly.
15 hits. So he grabs you. You're going to take some damage.
Just to clarify, because normally it's a 17 if I have Armor of Oak and Thorn, but because I went into Wild Shape, I no longer have Armor of Oak and Thorn.
Well, it's only 5 points of damage, but you are grappled. So he like grabs onto you by the neck. And while you are grappled, your speed is 0. You can use an action on your turn to try and escape, basically.
Okay.
But as he grapples you, you see that belly mouth. It opens up, and he's like trying to bring you closer so the belly mouth can bite.
Doesn't have to swallow or anything. Straight to the stomach.
But that is his turn. We then go to Ophelia.
Can I have the Raven go first?
You decide, yeah, absolutely.
Can I have the Raven try and attack the demon and try and attack the hand that's holding Gruff?
Yeah, so what you can do is instead of attacking, the bird would make a strength or dexterity check to try and break Gruff out of it.
Okay, yeah.
So it'd just be using your straight strength or dex modifier if I've given you one.
Dex is... Okay, yep, cool. So do a straight dex check.
Yep, and you are trying to beat DC 15.
15.
Don't forget, you got Fate as well.
17!
Okay, good. I was going to say, remember, you guys have got Fate.
Yeah, quite a lot of Fate,
so
yeah.
the Fate-touched Raven basically, like, doing these dive bomb attacks on the arm, like, kind of just nipping. Not enough to do damage, but enough to, like, cause, like, pinched nerves. And Gruff, you manage to wiggle free as, the bird uses its action to break you free instead of your own. So you are no longer grappled.
I bloody love birds. Bloody love them.
That is going to be the action of the Raven.
Then I'll send the Raven just flying around the general area.
Sure. Yeah, I'll leave him where he is
now.
then for now, yeah. But we'll know that he's not actually in that space. He's kind of
Cool.
flying around. In fact, I'll put some blue tack on him and stick him on the roof.
Nice.
Raven on the roof.
And then your turn, Ophelia.
Nice. So Ophelia is going to point a hand towards this demon boy. She's going to say to him, "You're nothing more than a wretched fetch of hate and brimstone. You will fear and bow to me." And she will activate her form of dread as her rage ended last turn.
Oh.
Okay.
A what?
So I believe this is a wisdom saving throw for me.
This is, yeah. So,
Okay, so you get other benefits as well. Do you want to go
Yes.
through all your benefits?
So as a bonus action, I can transform to manifest an aspect of my patron's dread. For 1 minute, I gain the following benefits. I gain 10 HP equal to 1d10 plus 1. I will do that now.
Every turn?
No, I think it's just
Just
a
the
one
one turn.
boost.
It's just the one turn, actually.
Just the one turn. So that's 4 temp hit points.
Nice.
So I'll get rid of that 7 that I've got.
No, if you've got 7 already, you would stay at the 7.
Cool, so that'd be 11 then.
No, sorry, it doesn't stack.
Oh, it doesn't stack.
So
Okay.
you would either replace it, so you don't want to get less than
Okay,
what you
fair.
already had.
Just still 7.
Yeah, you always keep the highest amount of temp HP.
So that's fine. Once on each of your turns, if you hit a creature, you can force it to make a Wisdom saving throw. On a fail, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn, and you are immune to the frightened condition.
So if you attack him, he then makes the
Yes.
saving throw.
So
Okay.
So I'm now going to attack
Okay.
That's
recklessly.
a bonus action to do.
That's a bonus action to do it.
Form of dread. Just before you roll, what does the form of dread look like?
Yes, so Ophelia basically goes through like a shrink wrap. So like her face looks more skull-like. She sort of takes on more of the Grey Father's appearance. So like her eyes become pinpricks of red and black, and her fangs elongate, and the sanguine gems, they rise up out of her skin and form this like blood red crown of gemstones around her head that sort of spin. And her
Like
nails,
floating,
floating
floating.
crown of gems, yeah.
Dude, you're level 4.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
End game look.
I'm going all for aesthetics, baby.
All right, so reckless attack with advantage against this guy.
Yeah.
I should warn you, his AC is now slightly higher because of the transformation.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's
Still
not
make
go
the attack
reckless.
though, or the wisdom.
14, 18.
Does still hit, yeah, it does hit. Even with his increased AC.
Nice. I'm going to use veracity, and I've also got blood points left over.
You do you.
Points.
Messes
So,
day up.
6, 7, 8 points of damage, and you have to make a whiz saving throw, please.
Is that 8 total with rage bonus and everything?
Yep.
Okay. I should warn you, he is a veteran of the pit, which means he has advantage on saves against being frightened.
Steady.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a super high bonus. Actually, he's kind of good. All right, well, the first roll was a 3. Second roll was a 7 for a total of 10.
Failed.
Failed.
Oh,
So
he's
you
frightened.
see this demon, like, create this halberd, like, turn around like a warrior, and there is something as he looks on you, he's like, child of the grave, I did not. And you can see there's this now hesitation as he recognizes like a planar like you have the touch of a planar enemy, basically. He is now frightened. So disadvantage on attack rolls, and I believe he can't move closer to you. So
That's
nice.
on you, right? Disadvantage on attack.
Yeah, he's frightened of Ophelia.
Okay.
Anything else? You still got your movement.
I'd like to skirt around him and just move a little bit closer to the tower. I'm still in his range.
Yeah, well, you've also got spider climb, right? So you
can.
can literally run like along here and down and around.
Yeah.
Would you like to get right by the door, or
Right by the door.
right by the door? Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
I could usher him away. Maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
that is my turn.
That is the end of your turn.
Great.
The minions.
Sauvignon Mignon.
Oh no, row.
Oh, bugger off.
Bugger off.
No, demons, don't.
They are basically going to swarm poor Rowan.
Rowan.
4 on row.
And then I think, Daisy, unfortunately, they're going to come and swarm around you as well.
Okay.
So these demons, these are the same ones that you fought before these minions. So a couple of things to note. One, you basically get a -1 penalty to saving throws and attack rolls for each minion within 5 feet. So right now it's -4 for both of you. And they'll make a group attacks. They make one attack for all of them, basically. So this is going to be, against Rowan. That is going to be, only a 13.
It's exactly
13. Then that is going to be 4 points of damage to you. And then against Daisy, natural 1. So miss automatically. So you dart onto the side. However, they're letting off this horrid, fetid, sort of like sulfuric smell. And it's hazy and it's kind of clogging your mind, Daisy. And that's the -4, basically. It's their toxic presence. But that is the minions go. Xanthias.
I'm trying to remember for Katie's benefit more than anything. The minions, when they die, they let off
They do one, they blow up, basically, and do a point of
Good
damage.
to know.
It's 1 point, yeah.
Oh, it's 1 point. Okay.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's still.
Per minion.
Yeah.
So it could be bad.
It could be 4 points, yeah.
So I'm by the barracks, behind this rock,
Illusory rock.
illusory rock. What would it take for me to get onto the tower? Not the tower, onto the wall.
Pathway.
So you can move through this, you know that.
Yeah.
So it'd be 5, 10, 20 feet to get into the building, but you will have to make a constitution saving throw as you move through the burning building. I will give you advantage because you're resistant to fire on this.
Yeah.
You're going to take some fire damage as well, but this is like smoke inhalation and like the
shit.
heat and stuff like that.
You can't take
I
damage.
don't actually think I can get into the
You
building.
can't.
Okay. Yeah, and would I be able to get out of the building? Sorry, if I did that movement, like go right through the building. Yeah.
I've put you there. You'd have another 10 feet of movement, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you'd be able to get to here.
Oh no,
climb up the wall
yeah,
by
I think I
avoiding the
can
building.
actually.
You could try. It's a pretty sheer wall. Like it's going to be a hard DC to climb up a kind of sheer.
Yeah, no, I've got
wall.
some temp HP as well, and I am resistant to fire. So I'll try that, and I'll do that.
Coming up Zen.
All right. Well, you're going to
Sounds
take the
like.
fire damage is automatic. You take it would be 4 reduced to 2 fire damage,
Okay.
Is it?
and then it's a Constitution saving throw to see if you get like smoke inhalation and worn out.
This is
fatigue.
okay. I have a +6 on con saves.
I gave you advantage. 14. 14's enough. Yeah. 14's okay.
God,
The heat, you come out sweaty, covered in soot and smoke. As you're running through, beams crack. Like this building is getting worse as it goes on as well.
Yeah, but obviously when I get out of the building, the smoke clears my. It's
You're
beautiful.
dreamy.
Yeah.
Well, no, you walk out of it like Anakin.
Oh yeah. And I
It's got the
will.
hairstyle.
I will. It's not.
Betrayed me.
I hate you.
This doesn't really inform what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing anyway. For the frightened, does he have to make a saving throw every turn?
What does it say on your ability? Is he frightened until when does it say?
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so as long as
his
Ophelia
turn's
keeps attacking him and he keeps failing,
Okay.
he'll stay frightened.
Oh, okay.
But he's frightened until the end of Ophelia's next.
Well, I'm going to do this anyway. It's a mind sliver, which will give him a -D4 from saving throws.
Okay.
He. Intelligence saving throw. from this guy.
Intelligence.
How smart
okay.
is this guy?
He's well. When I roll a nat 20, he's pretty smart.
Okay. Well, okay. In that case, it doesn't do any of that.
You also need to remember with Vicious Mockery, by the way, they have
Disadvantage.
disadvantages on their next attack roll. I think we've been forgetting about that. So
I
get
don't
it
think it
tattooed.
actually impacted it when it happened, but
okay, so yeah, unfortunately, his mind, like whether it's the fear or the fear of Balascore, this figure that is above you all, your spell just does not connect with his mind.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. I don't have any great bonus actions.
Alrighty.
So that's me.
Okay. Well, after Xanthias is Daisy now.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out.
You're surrounded by minions.
And we do have fate.
Okay. So, this situation looks really dire, and it's very demonic, and there's also fire. So Daisy is really like, this is the opposite of good time.
Yeah.
So, what I think.
I don't know if it would change your current plan as well, but there is probably a lot of, like, not screaming, but you can feel Nim's. It's a mixture of desperation to survive, but also to fight. Like, there is something primal in Nim that wants to destroy these demons and is, like, screaming things at you, like, we can't let them win. We have to stop them. Like, we can't let them win here. Things like that.
So I think with all of that going on, Daisy's going to be sort of clutching her head, sort of thinking, like, what can I do? This has to stop. And I think it's going to trigger her to use her Radiant Soul.
Oh, what?
So, 2 celestial glowing wings sprout from Daisy's back, and she lifts off the floor. She is essentially, her eyes are glowing. She has fully taken on, you see that her face probably looks a lot more serious. I think when this happens, maybe Nim takes over a little bit. She looks more poised. She looks more like a fighter than usually Daisy would. And she doesn't look as scared as Daisy does. So
I imagine almost that for those who glance, there's almost like these wings and you see Daisy's face, but it's almost like there's another person sort of overlaid it, like this visage that's like moving in and out of Daisy's persona. A slightly older person, not sure if they're male or female, but like this other figure, these wings projecting from Daisy's back. But also like you catch glimpses of almost like armor, where like, Daisy's normal clothing would be, there's almost like a soldier is like stood there briefly, temporarily. And then it fades away and you see Daisy but with these wings and the glowing eyes. The demons, all these like minions just, and they start freaking the hell out. They still gonna try and attack
Everyone
you.
does the
Still
same
do opportunity
noises.
attacks and stuff. Neros can see you over there. Bah, celestial filth, an angel. And he's like torn now between these two planar forces. And it's just like, the Grey Father, the lucid peaks have aligned, Master, they've aligned against us while they are here. And you can see that he's just terrified of these two beings.
So I'm gonna use
I've never related to a demon so much.
my flying. Basically, my flying is the same as my walking speed, so I'm gonna use that to get as close. I wanna try and get through that window.
Those minions are going to get an opportunity attack. So I'll do a group attack for them.
They can try.
That's going to be a miss. That's only an 8 to hit.
Perfect.
So you can go 30 feet.
And then
Then you can bonus action dash. Oh no, it's a bonus action to transform,
Ah,
right?
shoot.
So
Okay,
you
yes,
could
I can
action
go
dash.
30 feet,
Yeah.
and then I can action dash.
5,
So
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So if I'm
you are
going
like
on a
up here,
diagonal-
basically. Yeah, you are.
Holy
you are.
crap.
Yeah.
You are
Right out the window.
You are 5 feet outside the window, basically, because you can go diagonally. So you're easily up high.
okay, can I see what Morris
Yeah,
is doing?
absolutely. Let me just pop you down. We remember that you are there for the time being.
You're like right outside the window.
Yeah, you are outside.
Didn't see that coming, did he? I didn't.
You can see Morris Goldsight. There are 2 of those mercenaries. Remember, they did say that he had 2 of those mercenaries go with him as well.
Yeah.
They are armed with crossbows, but they're not looking out the windows. They're not expecting somebody to come flying up. They're actually looking at the stairs leading up, and they've got, like, as if they've got held actions for if they saw somebody on those stairs, but they're pointing the wrong way. They don't see you. Not initially, anyway. Not enough for their reactions to go off. Morris is desperately adjusting and fiddling with this Everlight, basically. He does spot you. He's a pretty aware guy, and as he's fixing, he sees light in sort of the crystal system of this Everlight and the flames, this horrid, sickly yellow flame. He sees this glowing golden light, like, turns, and you see... He's an older dwarf, so a lot of his body, like maybe like almost part of his whole arm has turned to this kind of silvery steel iron, and he's got like, maybe like almost like a exosuit sort of like designed like leather harness that's helping him move in it. He's got this grey beard, his eyes are deep and sunken, full of wrinkles, but you can also see like over one of his eye, he's built some sort of device that has that same greenish demonic flame, almost like a little monocle with like this demonic ichor powering it almost. You can see that in a leather holster, he has one of these demonic pistols. He's got all these kind of accoutrements. He's got like a bandolier with all sorts of gizmos and gadgets on it, and he's desperately trying to fix this thing, and he's muttering. He's like, no, not enough time. Need more time. Need to complete the deal. Must complete the deal. Go away. And he's like muttering to himself as he sees you flying up towards him. But he's engrossed on trying to fix this light right now. The 2 soldiers like will eventually kind of be like, what the, oh bloody hell, but it's not their turn yet, so. That is your action, bonus action, and movement.
Yeah. Hi.
So you are just hovering in front of this window like an angel.
I think if there are 2 mercenaries in there, I'll probably try and tuck myself so that I'm like
some cover.
Yeah, I'll try and give myself, because I didn't realize they were up there. I'll probably try and give myself some cover.
Yeah. I'd say that you can fly down ever so slightly, so they would have to come to the windows and stuff. Yep, absolutely. And by the way, they don't look like, these aren't like the leader mercenary guys. These look like kind of grunts, basically. Yeah, they look like
his hirelings,
basically. Enough to bodyguard the dwarf.
They worked really hard to get to where they were.
They did, but too bad for them.
John Lewis.
That's great. What an awesome, cool moment.
Yeah.
We see this all happen.
There's not, this is literally fire and demons and everything that both her and Nim are against and terrified of. And there's just like, I think it just triggers something, and whether it's Daisy or Nim or a combination of both, that just...
I love the fact that you've got you and Ophelia on either side of this team. Like one in the visage of the Gravefather, now one in the visage of a celestial warrior. And it's like, oh fuck.
They're just Gruff.
And then Gruff on the floor. Although he stood up now, I suppose.
I'm imagining like the sky is also filled with this green smoke as well, and like in your wake,
Tom,
radiant...
it's so funny that you mentioned
Here we go.
Initiative 10, I'm going to roll a dice to see which of these effects takes effect.
Which one are you rolling?
I'm going to roll a d4.
Okay.
On a 1 or a 2,
you want a big
it's going to be the first effect.
Okay.
On a 3 or a 4, it's going to be the second effect.
So you need a D2 or a coin.
Oh, interesting. So it's not actually the green smoke.
Oh.
You see that figure looming down. The flying figure is growing very closer and closer, but screaming from a nearby part of the city, you see 2 shapes.
No, wait, no, they're not coming in, are they? Wait, 2 shapes?
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Oh.
Mark is
I
reaching
don't
on
quite
the
have a
floor.
big enough mini for him, but it's the closest I can
Dragon fight!
They're coming here too.
get. Yeah.
Yes!
Bros, the map's too small.
Oh God! Yes!
So landing on the flaming building is Duke Ignarius himself. His eyes filled with the green smoke.
Oh shit! I need to hide.
still desperately torn in this kind of bewilderedness of what he's doing. Followed closely behind him is his daughter Emberissa, who has this glittering gold and silver armor like bedecked around her draconic form. Duke Ignaris is a lot bigger than this miniature, whereas Emberissa's is about the right size. He lands. I'm going to spend my 2 points of fate.
We're stacked on fate, baby.
You guys are stacked on
Fully
fate,
stacked.
but I'm going to spend it because as the Duke lands, you can see in his draconic fury, he's like, I will not allow my city to fall to you, Galvassar, or your minions. Back, beast! And he's calling to his daughter, who he clearly thinks is some corrupted dragon. Emberissa is like, Father, please, you are going to harm. You are not yourself. Break free of this, whatever it is. But Duke Ignarius sucks in, and a line of fire. So,
Griald.
Benedicta, Griald, and Rowan.
And all those 4 minions.
And all those minions. I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws.
This could straight up take him out, couldn't it? Wait, what's your health?
That's not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What is your health?
Don't worry about it.
I'm glad I moved.
I rolled a 5. 7.
You're on 7
use
health.
fate.
No, 7 dex.
7 dex.
use
That's
fate.
not good.
Is that not going to do it against
No,
Duke
you should
Ignaris'
use
big
fate.
flamethrower?
Fate!
Weird. Should use fate.
Show you some fate. That is a fate. Can you roll Benedictus for me and Griald's as well?
18.
18 for Griald. Griald, with the cover, throws himself to the ground and rolls into the stone. He is going to take half damage.
Nat 20 for Benedicta.
Benedicta probably does the same thing, like tucks, drops, and rolls to the side. Emberissa is going to basically throw herself like a wing in front of like you, Rowan, as it squishes you. Still going to take damage, but obviously Duke Ignarius is a old red dragon. This would normally be an insane amount of damage. Emberissa, being a red dragon herself, is immune to some of the fire, but his fire is hotter. He is an older dragon. She reduces that damage down, going from, I think it's something like 20d6 for an ancient red dragon. I'm going to reduce it down to 8d6.
I'm guessing.
That's really nice.
8d6. That's just 8.
What's the max in there?
Yeah, what's
8d6,
that?
That's
40.
It's quite a lot.
40.
What's your max HP?
No,
No, one more.
What are you on?
6.
6,
8. 48.
Oh, that's not a good face.
Well, I got 20 right now. What are we talking? And 32 is my max.
Hang on, I got to do math. 10.
So 52.
What was it?
2 will outright kill
52
me.
is an outright death.
So you failed, right?
Yeah, thank you.
So it's 32 points of fire damage. Griald and Benedicta would take half of that, so 16. But you
Okay,
take the
so
full.
it's
You
not-
take the full 32, unfortunately, Rowan. So you're not. It's not massive
Not
damage, but you are
outright.
out. The minions, quite rightly, Tom, are incinerated.
Like every single one?
Yeah, they're all dead, 100%, and they're burnt up, so their explosive thing doesn't
How's
trigger.
Griald?
Rome goes down.
Is Griald's down?
Is Griald down?
1 HP.
He's on 1 hit
Oh my
point.
god!
Like Senshi with a pan. He's like, no. But yeah, unfortunately, Rowan, you are unconscious. Benedicta up. She took 16.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
She's on 9.
As this takes place, by the way, you see Emberissa like throws her wings, trying to shield as much of the damage, but it just burns through her wing. Like the fire is so hot, she like screams in pain. The Duke, she weakly tries to fly away and lure him away, but obviously now with that injury to her wing, she is quickly caught. As you see her pulling away, she will call out, "Please hurry, finish this!" As she flies away, and Duke Ignarius crashes into her and bears her into the ground near to the tournament stand.
No!
That was like an interactive cinematic
That was
moment.
so cool.
Like
It's very video gamey.
I love it.
But you see that basically like takes place and then gets swept off to the side.
dope.
I am, however, as you can see,
I mean,
all out of
yeah,
It's
faith.
fateless, but you can steal ours, don't
I
forget.
can. There
I
is
didn't give a shit.
this
That was-
demonic
that was
commander.
cool
In
as hell.
fact, You got reduced to 0, didn't you?
Oui, bonjour.
Unfortunately, because of the demonic commander's ability, I do get to take one of your fate dice back because
5
I
to 1.
reduced you to 0. So the fate is pulling back in the direction. But that was the event at Initiative 10. Rowan, it is now your turn.
it's
Please,
my
can you
go,
make a death saving throw?
Wait, can
Sick.
Cassandra go before you though?
She can, yes, Benedicta.
That's Sister Benedicta.
Cassandra's from Lightfall.
Campaign.
Yeah, that's like
That's a long
years
time.
ago.
Oh my god!
They are very similar in a way, but yeah.
happened?
Anyway,
Just complete
Cassandra
malfunction.
was with
It was Lightfall. It was,
Lightfall.
with Cam Buckland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
a different life.
Benedicta is determined to get to
She wants
Neros.
to kill these demons.
So she's going to dash all the way up. She knows about
She's not
the
going
rock.
to come and heal you? Actually, she has no
She's
heals.
looking that way.
Is there anyone
30.
near Rowan with
5, 10,
worry about it.
15, 20, 25. She's basically in the burning building. So I'm going to put her up here
Oh,
so she will
wait,
come out
this.
next turn.
She takes less damage.
Charged against resistance to necrotic fire or psychic. So yeah, she would
take less fire damage?
8 damage.
16 down to
She would have
8.
taken,
I'll add 8 back. Thank you.
That resistance also is from the building as well,
Yep.
which is useful.
17 now.
She would take another 2 fire damage from going through the building.
Is that reduced?
That's already reduced.
What type of damage do the little minions do?
They do like slashing damage and then fire damage when they blow up.
I was just making sure it wasn't necrotic because I get resistance.
No, not yet. Great stuff, but Rowan, I need a death saving throw.
Sick. Here comes a nat 20. That's a 13.
So it's a success.
Success.
but
That'll
it's a
do.
success. You're still down. That is
Still
the
down.
end of turn 7.
Okay. One turn left.
We begin turn 8.
Dawn of the final turn.
Somebody get
As a reminder, at Initiative 1, Morris Goldsight, unless he is incapacitated or something like else, will make an attempt to fix the Everlight. We begin with Gruff.
We begin with Griold. Griold is... can I make, is there any check I can make to try and get Rowan back to
Medicine.
1
You
HP?
can do medicine. It won't bring you back to 1. It will stabilize him at 0.
Okay, I'm not going to bother doing that though. I am going to saunter over to him as a dwarf. Dwarfy saunter.
dwarfy saunter.
15.
Daunter.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Spare the Dying on
Ooh,
Rowan.
nice.
Is it a little kissy wissy
No, it's not a little kissy wissy.
from little Sir Griot? The first kiss of the
How would
party
this
from
look
Sir
more?
Griot?
It's probably more of like a. He's not religious, so I think this is because he has it as like an item, doesn't he? It's
Yes,
not an
it
actual
is
thing.
a life ward seal.
Life ward seal. So he pulls out like a wax seal engraved with like holy symbols and divine sigils and things like that. And he mutters some words, probably in Draconic, and then he snaps it, and the magic is released from the seal, and it casts Spare the Dying on Rowan.
What's that?
So you are at 0. You are no longer making death saving throws. It stabilizes all
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nope.
Gruffith.
I'm trying to decide, but no, because that's his bonus action. I'm
bonus
trying
action.
to decide whether or not to shoot Commander Neros or try and like.
I'm gonna say
throw in
you
a-
do not have line of sight to Commander
Okay.
Neros right now.
and I
that
probably moved the
building-
full 25, didn't I?
No, you've moved about 15, I think, actually.
You move 15 because you have to
I
get up
move-
from
You
prone.
might be able to get an angle if
So,
you another 10
My
feet.
thought is, do I attack Commander Neros, move to attack Commander Neros, or do I try and pull Rowan somewhere safe?
You go here, he gets a shot.
Or do I pull Rowan somewhere safe?
Pretty safe right now, right?
Well, another dragon gonna appear?
Yeah.
Don't. Don't look at me like that.
Is there a figure that's flying towards us really quick?
Oh,
Yes,
fucking hell, I
yeah.
forgot about that guy as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Griold's
don't-
on 1
yeah.
HP as well.
Yeah.
1 HP Grield.
Yeah, but what if?
So I would say at best he can pull
The
Rowan to
wall,
here.
yeah.
You can tuck in on this wall
behind
and
the
get some
wall.
cover from this direction.
Or behind the wagon. There's a wagon.
Well, you could tuck him here, but then you're only getting cover from anything on this side.
Yeah, like the 4 minions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's. I want to shoot him so bad.
If you do, it'll be in that 20, I believe.
It'll be Neros next, and then Ophelia. By the way.
Gruff next.
Oh yeah, Gruff next. Sorry. Keep forgetting that you're sharing the initiative slot.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Hell
I have
yeah.
to shoot him. Let's go. Let's go.
So it just has a shot. I'm gonna say just barely.
Natural 20!
God, I fucking told you. I told you, bro.
Yeah, even with a little bit of cover. So Griol, desperately wounded, pulls out the crossbow. Probably seeing Duke Ignarius and Emberissa get like in that position, like he is a knight of the realm. That is his duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, not in my city, you bastard. And the arrow we see, a very cinematic, like flies up. He is resistant to non-magical weapons, so he is going to reduce this damage, but...
So normally it's 1d10 plus 3, so 13.
13 plus another d10.
Plus 7.
So another step, so it's 20 points of damage. Halved, unfortunately, to 10.
Still.
10 points of damage, though. You see this crossbow bolt, like, embed into Neros' cheek. It almost could have gone to his brain, but he's like... And you see, like, another smaller mouth opens up on the cheek and, like,
nice.
bites the bolt until it's free, and then the mouth disappears.
What if it fucking didn't, though? What if it didn't do that?
If he didn't do that. Why? He's a demon. What, am I going to not make them creepy?
Oh,
So it's just, and then like the splintered bits of bolt and metal get spat out, and he just like
good.
cocks his head. He's like,
I'm going to splinter.
fine shot,
Mouth
dwarf.
comes out.
so mouth comes out and then he cocks his
Then he
head
takes
too.
wood.
Anything else coming out of this guy?
Shut up.
A little tongue.
Anything? So gruff. That is so Griold.
How bad is this guy looking, or is he just...
I mean, that shot definitely wounded him.
He's not bloodied yet, though.
He's not bloody.
I'm not...
He did heal a little bit when he transformed as well. He
I'm
got some
not...
hit points back.
I'm not grappled, am I?
You're not anymore. No, which is a very, very good thing.
I am going to... sort it. I'm going to daunting roar. I think, yeah, Gruff maybe seeing Rowan go...
I'm gonna just remind you, he can't be double frightened.
But can't he be frightened of me?
He can be,
it's the
yeah.
targeted-
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he could
So
be. Yeah.
it would it overrule...
No, it wouldn't over. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess it doesn't stack, but it also just means that he's got two sources of fear to
Yeah.
worry about. So if he loses it on
either
the
side of him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's not frightened, it is
Yeah.
he is frightened of me.
Yeah.
And also, you're probably going to roll.
Well, he does have advantage against
Yeah.
fear, so we'll
You
find
make
out.
someone
Well, that's
explode
probably
by
gonna be-
surrounding a
There's
frightened person
disadvantage
by
on saving
people
throws
that
because
frighten.
of.
No, it's a minus D4 and it never went.
Oh,
failed.
yeah, that's my bad.
Unfortunately, it's going to be
Obviously,
21.
fourth nat 20 against me.
That fails.
think
He's
it does.
terrified of
And
me.
they slowly step
I'm mean.
closer. He's like, he can't
He is a
leave.
veteran of the pit.
Just explodes.
It's amazing that he's frightened of Ophelia. Quite honestly, he's got a good saving
Hands are
throw.
pretty scary.
But yeah, you let out this bellowing roar, but unfortunately, he does not flinch.
I think seeing Rowan go down, like that would be his almost like instinctive reaction to roar.
I think it was Gruff seeing Sophia potentially kissing Rowan that sent you into a roar.
Into a rage.
Look,
Temporary.
that's your
fast
fan
feature.
fiction?
I'm writing it right now.
Yeah, okay. I took
Gruff
a
just
fate.
admires Sir Green.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
used
took
a fate?
dice.
Oh, I've got two.
I rolled.
Tasty.
What are you doing?
I'm just attacking. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 to hit.
And you still have Shillelagh, don't you?
Yeah, and I still have Shillelagh.
25, yeah, I mean, 25 is going to hit.
And I rolled a 7 on my dice plus 4, 11 points of
11
damage.
points of damage.
Magical damage too.
Yeah, magical
yeah.
damage. So
Yeah, magical damage, so he's not resistant to that. That does bloody him. You see as you slam the thing to his side, he's like, no. As you slam the staff into his side. Anything else, Gruff, on your turn?
You may now proceed to the next person.
All right, it is Commander Neros' turn.
Let's go.
Oh, he's got problems, though. He's got you flying above him.
Yeah, he might take me down.
Is he frightened of you as well?
No, he's not frightened of me. He just.
He's like, oh my god, a fucking Celestial's here, and I've got the Great Father's soldier. What the fuck is going on? Why is there so much plain shit here?
And there's a lion poking his
He
feet.
doesn't care about
He's just poking the feet.
I
though,
came
it's
out of this
annoying.
burning building thinking I look like hot shit, and then an angel flies over me. Ophelia transforms into the demon queen. Damn it. I ain't shit now. I'm garbage. But I look cool.
He
I'm just poking his
is going
ankles.
to.
You
Yeah.
can always gain some powers.
We're still not in the
Make a
tower.
deal.
Just a little sucky work at you.
Get in the tower.
In the tower. I have to get past him and through a magic
can-
door.
Everybody get in the tower.
Gruff and Zen.
I would. There's a big guy in the way, though. I literally can't even move past him.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a fate.
What if you didn't?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
He's gonna use his blast wave ability. He slams his gun halberd on the floor next to Gruff,
Oh, fuck.
and a blast wave 10 foot wide and 30 foot long, which hits Gruff and Xanthias.
Oh, shit.
And the bird, I'm gonna say, because it was flying
Yeah,
around.
that's fair, yeah.
Can you all make dexterity saving throws, please?
Not
Come on,
Benedicta.
No, it literally stops just at Xanthias because it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It literally, the line stops just in front of Benedicta.
No, she's Zanford.
Yeah.
16.
16 is a success, half damage.
I want to.
Oh no, this
damage.
no.
I want to spend a fate.
Okay.
The fate.
Uh,
Oh my god.
11.
That is a failure, I'm afraid. It is fire damage, though.
Yeah.
It's not really gonna matter.
How much fire damage?
Let's find out.
If it's
If it's more than 3.
Oh, it's more than 3. So it would be 13 fire damage.
Oh god.
So half for Xanthias would
Yeah.
be 6, and 6 for Gruff and the Boyard.
That is-
Gruff and the Bird, you would normally be pushed back. I'm not finished with you yet.
I know.
Gruff and the Bird, you would normally be pushed back as this thing is like a blast wave, but you stand your ground, you manage to shrug it off. Xanthias, you are basically thrown into Benedicta, and the two of you go flying into the burning building.
Oh my god.
We
that's
both have
right behind
resistance
you.
to fire.
Yeah. Are you unconscious, Sam?
I am
Thanks
unconscious.
for adding the fire thing.
Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome.
it back.
I'm going to take your minis off the board for temporarily. Yeah, the two of you are flying in. Like Benedicta basically finishes coming out the door. Your body throws into her. She's like slammed back as you go.
It's my head hitting her armor that
Smashing
knocks
through.
me out. Thanks.
You would be pushed
No,
back
it's hitting the
10
door.
feet. You're unconscious, right, Zan?
I am, yeah.
You're going to take an automatic death save as you would take damage immediately upon like
Not
going
part
into
of the same like attack
It's
damage.
a different attack. That's the thing. It's literally the force of being slammed into the building is D6
shit.
bludgeoning damage, which
Motherfuckers.
is damage, so it's at 1 automatic death
They're all
save.
changing forms. Get ready for this.
Just disintegrates to ash.
Gas cloud.
Everyone has their like phase 2 forms, and mine's just a pile of ash.
Clank.
Yeah, and
That's the
then
crown still dropping to the ground.
I'm going to
Knocks
make.
into her armor.
He finishes that slam attack, and then he's going to point his gun halberd up towards you, Daisy, and he's going to take a shot with his gun
I only
halberd.
just got a cool thing. Don't do it.
That is only a 13 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
You dodge the side, the wings.
Clumsy sod.
You know, this gun musket, this gun halberd
Gusket.
goes off. Don't say that.
That's horrible.
Ophelia.
Can I send the Raven up first? And can I send the Raven in to follow Daisy?
You can.
Like a
the
support?
demon will get an attack of opportunity, and he's kind of a bit too. He's not dumb, but he probably would take a swing at the bird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that okay?
Yeah, swang at the bird.
I mean, use his reaction on that.
How
That's pretty
squishy is
17 to hit the bird.
Yeah, hits the bird.
the bird?
good. It's not too bad actually.
This is going to be
No, he's-
No, it's
11 points of slashing.
Oh my god.
3 points of fire
Yeah,
damage.
bird's gone.
Jesus Christ.
It was weak,
was a
unfortunately.
weak
It had like 18 hit points
Yeah,
or
it
something
was
like that, and it's got hit before. So as it goes to fly up, he's like, no! Just cuts the bird in half. Unfortunately,
This is like a fake
Fey-wrought
right?
Raven, you served us well.
You did very good.
He did great.
Amazing.
Bye bye.
Better the Raven than Sagrield, or like Bennett, or one of you guys. All right.
it's not like-
But that was Bird's go, unfortunately. Tried to fly away, but he's now used his reaction. He has no reaction anymore.
Yeah,
You could move
exactly.
past- You could bust the door down.
Wow.
No, well, it's glyphed, but.
There's a glyph on it.
30 feet.
Yeah.
to the
Oh
top
my
of the
god, you
tower.
could spider
I'm
climb.
gonna. Yeah. Okay. Spider climb. Let's go upwards.
You get
Spider
into the
climb in
window.
the sky.
Yeah. So so are you going to basically run up to the window? As you run up, you see a pair of crossbows starting to stick out, pointing towards Daisy. Where do you want to go? Because they're basically next to these two windows here, these two guards. Do you want to run in and try and get around the side?
My
do you want to attack
movement's
them?
35, right?
Yeah, you can literally get in there.
I
Yeah,
can get in.
yeah, yeah.
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 All right.
I'm in.
You are inside.
Yeah.
So
So what, behind
unfortunately,
one of these crossbow
I'm just
guys?
put you up here. Yeah. This is a very kind of, it's about 10-foot radius. So they're like taking up basically like half of this tower. He's behind them fixing the machine. You are now next to Morris, Ophelia.
If you just said boo, you might scare one of them out the window backwards, you know? Just.
Fuck him.
But this room is big enough that you can attack anybody in here. You can attack Morris, you can attack the two guards. You can also attack the Everlight itself. It is a large structure.
Do I smack the man? Do I smack the man?
Smack the man.
Smack the man. I'm gonna smack the man.
Smack
Which
the man
man?
when you can bite
Morris.
the man.
Okay.
Morris man.
Yeah. I'm just gonna Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
His AC is not high.
With veracity, that is a 16 to hit.
16 hits. Yes. I am, as a reaction, Morris, as he like surprised, he like you stab towards him. The blade goes in, but he has enough time to hit like one of these devices, like in his chest. I'm going to activate his arcane redoubt. Basically, he's going to gain resistance to the attack, and you're going to take some damage back.
That's fair.
Basically, he's like not he like pummels you with
Basically,
force.
heal from
Basically,
the attack anyway, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
And it's also a saving throw, but we'll do your attack first, and then we'll do this.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 points of damage.
Wow.
Morris looks very badly hurt. He's bloodied
Nice.
by that attack.
Good.
He's like an old man.
Yeah,
He's very
yeah.
weak.
He's-
I say to him, you will stop this nonsense now!
Like as you stab towards him, he's like, I must not. And he hits this device. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for
Yep.
me, please?
Oh, that's not very good. That is an 8 total.
Okay. That's going to be 10 points of thunder damage, Ophelia.
Cool. Okay.
And then you are pushed 10 feet away from him.
Oh, man. Out the window!
Is it like?
Again with the window!
Is it 100% like out the window,
Or is
that
it?
like?
Does she hit like?
I
bullets?
will say, because the windows do have bars and things
Yeah.
into it,
And
Could she then
can I
get a
still
chance to
spider
catch?
climb?
you can still spider
Yeah,
climb.
she can spider.
So yeah, I'd say that I'd say that you get knocked up against the wall.
Cool.
But it's also stone. Like I'm gonna roll something because I want to see
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how much because that was like 10
Yeah.
points of damage. Let me just see if like the wall like would break from that
Yeah, let's do
force
it,
and then
yeah.
see if you fall through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like I'm just gonna roll a d20. If it's a 15 or higher, so it's like a
Cool.
1 in 4 chance
let's
basically.
do it.
15 or higher. It's a 19. So the stone cracks and breaks. What I'm going to say is you fall down, but you manage to spider climb.
Nice.
Like you manage to like scrabble and sort of like angle yourself, get your hand, like one hand on the side of the tower.
yeah.
And you're about, I'd say, 10 feet down,
That's
basically.
awesome. Yeah.
Man, yeah. That's
Awesome.
cool. God, yeah, because like 30 plus feet of falling after getting shot out would have been so.
Yeah, and it also with the spider climb, right? It doesn't make sense. But I like the idea of there's so much force
Yeah.
that it kind of shatters the stone behind you. Then your body hitting it and you're like flying out, but you manage to get your hand and.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And he thinks he's like, she's gone. Deal with the other one. I must finish this.
Yeah, that's my.
So I think that would mean your full movement to get
Yeah.
up there, get in, attack.
Yep.
You've got bonus action left. I don't know if there's anything you can do on a bonus action.
Apart from rage again, but I can't because I'm already Form of Dreads.
No, you can rage and form a dread at the same time.
It's a bonus action to. Okay.
Bonus action to activate them, to maintain them. You can have them both going at the same time.
Really?
Oh.
It's not concentrating, right?
So
it's not a
to
spell.
activate the dread, do you have to not be raging?
Because you have
No.
to. You have to bonus. You have to. As
It's just a bonus action.
Yeah, as a bonus for raging, you have to drop it as a bonus action. But yeah, for Form of Dread, it's just up. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
So it's basically they take a bonus action to activate, but once they're activated, there's nothing stopping you from having then on your next turn activating the next one.
Yeah. Well, I can't rage now anyway because I'd lose it. Would I lose it?
You wouldn't have been able to.
Only if you don't take damage or attack
Yeah.
another creature on your next turn.
Okay. No, I won't activate it now.
Okay.
But I need. I can't.
Next turn you could.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty, that was Ophelia's turn. The 4 remaining minions down here on the ground floor.
Oh, yeah.
There is literally only one thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They dash. They don't have enough to attack. But Sir Griold is swarmed by these things.
Oh, man.
He's like in a proper like last holdout. He's like over Rowan's body, like, get back! As they run towards him. But they have to dash. They can't use their action to attack him. After the minions, Xanthias.
Okay, so I've already got one
You
fail.
are in the building. Yes. Destiny, please.
Not you. Not
Fake
you.
dice be used?
Not this.
They can.
Okay.
They
use
can
the
be.
fake dice?
Yeah.
For death?
He rolls a 1, it's still a 1.
Right.
If he rolls a 1, it still counts as 2 failures. Like, even fate dice can't help him on that, but...
Yeah, I'll use a fate dice.
Guarantee that succeed
Yeah.
with 2 fails
There's
already.
a part of me that's almost like.
He's only got one fail.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't roll a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch this though.
Don't say that.
Why you like this?
My heart every time.
I know.
It is a con save, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a 9 and then a 1
just a
on the fate, but then a 16 total with the con.
16.
It's just a straight d20.
It's just a straight d20. Yeah, like it's not a Constitution save. Like, you really confused me.
I don't know why I thought it was.
I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
not
No,
fair.
because then certain classes would really just
Yeah.
never die. But anyway,
plus
so
6 on
but
the
yeah,
con, yeah.
but yeah.
Well, in that case, I got a 10 on the dice.
Okay.
Thanks to fate, 9
Yes,
and a 1.
I'll check it. Like we'll look at it in a bit.
That's fine.
It's
I
a
passed.
success.
You've got one success.
One
You
success.
don't get any worse.
One fail. Great. Cool.
One.
That was
Still
Xanthias'
standing.
turn.
Baby. Yeah. Am I in the fire though?
You are in the fire.
Is that another?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because you have Benedicta there, and I like the idea that she's like keeping the flames off of you for now. She's gonna take the damage instead. But we'll come to that in a minute.
She's wearing you like a shield.
I hope so.
Initiative 10. An event.
Oh God.
The other event.
What did I miss my turn on?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right, because I had to move you from the top of the initiative. It is Daisy's turn. You're 100% right after Xanthias'
I feel like something bad's about to happen after this turn.
Well, if you want to, I'll describe what is going to happen as Daisy takes her turn. That face opens its mouth, and a tornado of that green smoke starts coming down into the street, like a swirling vortex of that sickly yellow light smoke. Daisy.
I'm gonna go and I'm going to shoot a radiant blade at the Everlight itself,
Okay.
hoping that radiant energy will.
Find out.
I mean, it's
You've destroyed the Everlights. It is just a big Everlight. You've destroyed the Everlights before.
Is that the good thing to do? I don't
I
know.
can't remember if radiant.
It's your turn, your
Did
choice. This is
more, but-
Daisy's moment.
Yeah.
I will take a fate die.
Very good.
Okay.
It's a it's well made, but it's stationary.
26 to hit.
That hits.
D6 plus. Which one am I going to use?
Yeah, no sneak attack, unfortunately.
No. Ooh. 9 damage. Radiant.
9 points of radiant damage. It is vulnerable to radiant damage, which makes it 18 points of radiant damage. But it is not quite enough.
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
But actually, no, wait. Also, in this form, I do extra radiant damage.
Yeah.
So in this form, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage with an attack. The extra damage equals your proficiency bonus.
2. That would take it to
20.
22 because it's double.
Yeah.
Which is just 20 hit points and an AC of 17. So it's well made.
We got 26 to hit. Yeah.
The radiant blade, and I think, like, for Daisy, if you don't mind, there is a voice, like Daisy speaks, but it's not Daisy's voice that comes out. And you hear this commanding, militaristic tone. Go back to where you came from. This is not your battleground. As this radiant blade,
And it would look like Nim's.
Nim's sword, almost like a Roman gladius that's just been like thrown. It soars. The mercenaries just watch in awe. Morris is like, no, like tries to almost throw himself in front of the blade as it hits this crystal that's filled with this sickly yellow light. The blade. And at first you think, Daisy, it's not worked, you've not destroyed it. But then the cracks as the whole thing breaks and vanishes. As it does, you hear like a ripping sound, but so loud it covers the entire town, like a tearing of fabric mixed with screams of anguish and pain. That face, you see those cracks like on the crystal, the cracks begin to form in the smoke and the dome itself. Oh, near course you will suffer for your failure. And Tobias, our deal is incomplete. I will not forget you. As the eyes pass over the group of you who were a part of this, and the dome dissipates like mist.
Oh, Siri.
I'm sorry.
The dome cracks and turns into mist, and the wind now begins to carry it away. There is still enough remnant power that the demons don't immediately vanish. Neros is absolutely still here. That pillar of light that was coming down, this tornado, disappears before it touches down.
Good.
But we are not out of initiative because there are still threats. We have people in burning buildings. Neros is still here. So,
Bonus action.
bonus action.
Can I just shoot a blade directly on the top of
Absolutely.
Nearest's head,
You can throw it down.
and I will get sneak attack?
You will if you hit.
Yeah.
If I hit.
Yep.
Please hit. No, it's probably not gonna hit. No, it's only a 9. Shit.
It's not going to hit, unfortunately. He brings up that cloak, kind of cowering in fear still, as the blade impacts. It does not strike him, unfortunately.
I still have movement.
Yeah, you are flying. You've got 30 feet of flying speed right now.
Actually, it's not enough to get where I want to go, so I will travel down towards, as if I'm going towards, I'm aiming for Rowan
Okay.
area.
Okay, so you were
So,
about here.
If I
so you
travel
go-
down, I'm probably at about
5.
roof level or something.
Yeah, well, you go like
So you can-
30 feet down,
Oh, no, you
which
can
would bring you basically to here. So you are
Yeah.
basically hovering
Yeah.
right above this building that was on fire, right by the wall. You are hovering at the wall's level, basically.
About halfway to.
Yeah,
Rowan.
to Rowan. Yep. All right. End of turn, Daisy. Yeah. In that case, it would have next been the toxic whirlwind. Does not appear.
Yay!
I cannot now. I have no means of spending my fate point apart from on Neros' abilities.
And
so-
he's like,
He's injured. He's bloodied, but he's still got pump. You know, he's still got fight in him.
is he now like blood fury? Just like he's already let down his boss.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Find out what he's going to do. So it would go to Rowan. Rowan, you're stabilized. You're unconscious, but you're stabilized. Well, you're not unconscious because I never like it when you're unconscious. You can weakly speak, but you can't do anything on your turn. There are all these minions around you. If there's anything you want to say or any role play you want to do, you just can't take any actions or do anything, basically. I'll let you like crawl 5 feet.
I'm overwhelmed. And I'm start crawling.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to like crawl 5 feet towards something?
I'm gonna crawl towards Briol.
Okay. Like trying to get like behind all of these minions and things like that. Nice.
Yeah.
Morris.
Benedicta.
Benedicta.
Benedicta is going to
She's currently got like Xanthias' unconscious body with her.
Yeah.
gonna take Xanthias out of the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can weakly speak.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
overwhelmed.
absolutely. Benedicta does take 1 point of fire damage.
Sure.
Do you want her to go out, down low, or out onto the wall?
Whatever's the quickest way out of the building.
Would be back onto the wall, yeah.
Yeah, I think we were only what 5 feet in, right?
Yeah.
And
Get you to about here.
she's gonna try a medicine check on Zan. Are you up? You're not up.
No, I am unconscious.
Yeah, medicine check. 'Cause she hasn't got any healing.
Okay.
No lay on hands.
She's not paladin. Like she's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like she doesn't have like classes and stuff. She does have similar abilities, but
I think I just see that mini and I'm just like, yeah, that's about it.
I've rolled. It's fine. I've rolled. She goes to start wrapping bandages, you know, and trying to like. And you see a weak. You are too weak for her to not notice the thing in your chest.
Please, come
Xanthias.
on.
I mean, you are currently too weak to do anything. She's trying to like, probably mouth to mouth, like try and get you up and things like that. I mean, you're not unconscious, so probably not that, but like
It
bind
makes
your wounds
sense. Like,
and
yeah.
just parts the shirt and. There is a look. Give me an insight check. I know you're kind of like
I look
semi-unconscious.
real good right now next to this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's fine.
insight.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
18. You get the sense she's not really surprised. As if she was kind of expecting this, but she didn't want this to be true. And you get the impression that maybe her sister was keeping something from her, basically. But and now it's confirmed. And she just like looks down at it and just looks around, a bit stunned, basically, which is why she failed the check. She's just sort of like, and like looks around, completely overwhelmed at this point, not sure what to do or say.
She's overwhelmed.
She's
Everyone is so overwhelmed right now.
So that was Benedicta.
Not the sister.
Rowan's, that was Rowan's turn.
Yeah.
Now it's Morris.
Oh, this is awful for the strategy and the battle map in general, but could you please remove my stone?
Oh, the illusory stone is gone. That is Neros's worst enemy.
It was. He hated that.
Yeah.
He just is like, why is that rock gone? Did he make that rock?
An illusion!
An illusion whole time? What are you hiding? Morris is... Yeah, he'd be kind of enraged that you've destroyed this thing. He's like, oh, what have you done? You've ruined it! You ruined everything! And he's going to kind of like try and shove his guards out the way, and he's looking out the window for Daisy, sees you kind of flying down. He's going to pull out his demon gun. But he's just like, bam, bam. He's got like a +1 to hit. 14. No. He's like, no, you've ruined it! You've taken everything! And just, and that's his turn.
Felt there like the end of Bad Boys.
What time are we at? No, we still got 10 minutes. Gruff. We got a bit of time before we go break.
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up natural 20 on attacking.
Love to see it.
Magic
And it's
damage
magic,
too.
so no resistance.
Yeah.
Twice you've done this.
So
High rollers, see? It's not always Mark who rolls high.
We flipped it. No, but sometimes you have those episodes where it just flips one way or the other.
Sometimes Mark
normally-
also just keeps rolling high.
normally it's a D8 plus
Yep.
4, so 8, 9, 10, 11,
12.
12, plus an extra 8 points of damage.
So 20.
Nice. Woo.
You watch as Neros, distracted by everything, he's like looking around, and I think that there's this moment where he's kind of realizing what's happened, and you see him almost like turning around like, maybe I can make a run for it. And in that moment of distraction, he takes his eyes off of you, Gruff, doesn't regard you as a threat, and you just... And as the staff hits him, it's the magic, the natural magic that you've empowered into this seems to impact against something insubstantial within Neros. It is not that you've broken his body, but you've broken like a connection to this place. And he looks like almost sensing what's about to happen. He's like, no, I don't want. And he gets pulled into himself, and just leaves like a tiny little green, and then
That's how it was
it's gone. As he kind of implodes on himself, as he is sent back to whence he came, to his very
Face
angry
judgment.
master,
Yeah.
as he is defeated.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
By a very tired old man.
From 0 to 0.
I'm so excited.
One thing as well, you can see that as that dust is being broken apart, and Neros himself, as he was pulled in, there is left behind a sort of sickly yellow residue that is kind of left behind where Neros was, some sort of connection to the powers that summoned him here.
With a bonus action, is there any way of doing a check on Xanthias or anything like
And if
that?
you don't have anything, I don't believe so. It's action to cast spells and things like that, unless you have an
Yeah.
ability to do it as a bonus action. Sadly not.
In which case, can I collect up the residue?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, like, yeah, he does this massive hit, like seeing the distraction from Daisy, like people going down, everything, like it
takes
just,
his opportunity.
yeah, he takes his opportunity, he waits, he strikes, and he looks, you know, heroic, godly, knightly, and then as soon as Neros fades, you just see him drop, like exhausted. Almost like sinking down to his knees, and while he's down there, he might as well just scrape stuff up while everyone's getting on with it.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Sir Griold,
These 4 minions.
Yeah.
It's like kicking, like, remember, he can attack without any disadvantage, like point blank.
Yeah. But it's just one hit, isn't it?
Yeah, but these are
They're
minions.
minions, yeah.
So if the way that it works, he
Overdamage,
can actually overdamage and kill 2 of them, basically. Because he can get them in a line.
Worth a shot.
11 plus 5, 16.
Is a hit. 16.
I think
Actually, roll the damage because it does matter.
7 points of damage.
7 points. Only enough to take out 1 of them, I'm afraid. You have to do quite a lot of damage to do over damage. And I forgot Rowan did sort of crawl behind him a little bit as well. So yeah, he basically I like the idea that he elbows one of these things in the face. He point blank takes a shot, and he's like shugging them off, like get off me, like kicking them around and stuff like that. Really scrappy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's holding his own as best as he can. So that was Gruff and Griold's turn. Would have been commanding near us. He is now gone.
Hell yeah.
So we go to Ophelia.
Ophelia's gonna rage,
Okay.
and she's gonna sprint up the wall of the tower again, back through the window, like bursting through the hole that was made.
Yep.
And she's gonna charge at Morris.
Yeah, yeah. You see him just like out. He's not even paying attention to you. He's out the window, just in a fury, like firing this demon-looking kind of gun, basically, like die, trying to fire. You've ruined everything.
And can she try and like grapple him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give me a strength or dex check. Just straight up strength or dex, I'd say.
Strength or dex.
Actually, he's an old man. No, you can just do it.
I'm
I'm just gonna say no. He's really old and weak, and he's definitely and he's got power and stuff like that. I'd say you can grapple him, and he's like, get off of me, what are you doing, mercenaries? You're supposed to protect me.
Answer for what you have done in this city.
The mercenaries are like, we just want to leave. They'll just say, listen, lady, you can have him. Just let us go. We didn't know he was going to be summoning demons and this stuff. We were just paid to protect him.
Fine, you can go.
Okay. they'll basically be like, okay, see you later, Morris. They'll just leave.
Morris.
It's like, what are you doing? You've been paid. I'll make sure that your reputation is ruined. And I'll make sure. And they just look at him and they're like, he's not going to be making any. He's done.
Yeah.
So they'll just start making their way down the tower. But yeah, he's feebly, he's got a strength of 6. He's just like,
I use my whip to tie him up and
yeah, I'd say that at this point, yeah.
restrain him and just
Yep.
just like Spider-Man carry him down the building.
Yeah. Well, that'll probably be on the next turn, but yeah,
turn.
you've basically got him at this point.
Yeah, I've got him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We got
him.
Citizens arrest.
So you start taking Morris. That's easily done. The minions. This is why I still want to go through because we've got some death saving throws. We got the minions. I just want to wrap this stuff up. So Griot, he's got 3 of them.
He's on 1 hit point.
He's on 1 hit point. Group attack. 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. He's got they're trying to get through his armor. He's got his forearm in one of their mouth, point blank crossbow. He's John Wicking it at this point. But yeah, no, they miss him with a group attack, so they do nothing.
What a cool guy.
He is a cool.
Oh no!
No.
He killed one.
No. He
Oh.
Could he gently do it?
I'm going
Could he
to.
push them away? Could he just?
I'm going to
Could he
retroactively
knock them
say
unconscious?
that he's still up for now, but I'm gonna remember for the next time. I forgot that one.
For that
so
one,
he
Get one.
kicked him away and
Yeah.
then killed him.
Yeah.
But now he's being overwhelmed. So I'm gonna remember that.
Get one.
Overwhelmed.
Xanthius,
Oh god, I am so nervous.
you're on
Yeah,
1
fate
failure
face it.
right now.
I'm gonna face it again, fate
Yep.
it.
1 success, 1 fail, right?
Yes.
1 success, 1 fail. Just remember a natural 1 though.
Yeah, but this is gonna be a nat 20 though. Oh, it's a 10 plus 2 with a fate, so 12.
Success. Yep. Alrighty.
God, I hate these. I hate death saves. I just want everyone to be aware of that. I hate them.
So it'd be Rowan goes to Benedicta. With everything that's going on, Benedicta is still up. There are some still demons down there. So yeah, I'm gonna say that Benedicta can act normally. I was she's probably gonna be stunned for a little bit. That was the failed medicine check. Roleplay wise, she might be yell at Gruff, heal him, I can't, and then she wants to kill the demons. That's what she wants to do.
Can she
RP
like
wise.
jump down to that
She
outside?
could jump down to
Yeah,
here.
to
It's
there.
10 feet. So she go 5. She could make a jump down here. She'll take a bit of damage. She takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then she is
10, 15. She could jump again. Yeah.
vaults over.
So that'll be 20. She takes another 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And then
She wants to kill a
25,
demon.
30.
She
She
hasn't
hasn't
had
killed
anything.
anyone.
She could dash.
She's gonna throw. a
She
throwing
did.
knife.
She killed the bombardier.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She's got one.
Throwing knife.
Yeah. Pulls out one of her sanctified holy throwing
That's
knives.
2. Now she's down to 1.
But if she does that and explodes on Grill, then who's gonna...
She doesn't know that though.
True.
17 plus. Bleh.
As you watch as the throwing knife impacts against it, this thing erupts into phosphorus flames, covering Sir Griold, who takes 1 point of damage.
And he is knocked unconscious.
It's not unconscious.
Does he fall onto Rowan?
Next.
No.
Does he
Next
fall
to him.
next to him?
I'm not giving you that.
They hold hands.
I'm not giving you that.
Kim does
does
not
not.
want
just killed
anyone
him.
else to have...
You just killed him. You're not getting that.
I didn't kill him. Benedicta did.
Under your control.
Thanks, Cassandra.
Yeah.
Man, I love 2016.
Shut up.
That's where it still
Better
is.
time.
Best current year.
That is Benedict's turn.
Yeah. That's it.
That is it. I
I
think.
can't do anything right.
The thing is I would love to just be like, let's wrap this up because it is just like these couple of minions left, but we have death saving throws.
Yeah,
now, so
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
that makes sense.
So
What's happened to that big ball though?
no,
Bombardier.
it is literally, it is the start of a new round, and it goes off.
What does this thing actually do? That's
So
just
it's a D. So when he drops it, it's a D. It goes off in D4 rounds. I rolled 4 rounds on this
Oh,
thing.
wow,
So it
okay.
was going to go off the turn after this thing
Oh,
was
right.
done. It's a 20-foot radius.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's basically a fireball blast. So it's a 20-foot radius. It hits
one's
nobody.
nearby.
And it's 8d6.
No, the wagon.
The wagon.
Well and truly destroyed.
Are the civilians just like poking their... It's safe, everybody.
Just blows up.
Wait, what's up?
Gruff.
Our hero.
Hi.
Hi.
What am I doing?
It's your turn.
Oh yeah.
Your weak and feeble boy is down. Meek
Yeah,
and feeble.
I'll go clamber over to him. I don't have any healing. I just have
You
a
do medicine?
I just have a medicine check. Let me just double check. I have no potion. Does he have a potion?
You remember healing potions don't work the same.
They
Vitality
don't.
potion can't help.
Try, bro.
Ophelia's got that one good potion.
14.
14's enough. You stabilize him. Xanthius
not
is
dying.
no longer dying.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Rats.
Sorry,
Right.
I was really locked in on that previous joke.
So Griold, I need a death saving throw. He makes death saving throws. So Griold does.
17.
I was hoping for a 1. It'd be dramatic as fuck.
Get out of here.
17. He is okay. Wait, he's 1 success. Dead. Ophelia, you are carrying Morris down.
Yeah.
At this point, your basically job is to escort Morris.
Escort
I don't think
Morris.
there's much else you can do.
There's a
At this
spider climbing down the side of the tower holding this guy.
Because the door's got a sigil on it.
Oh yeah, the mercenaries are going to
They're
walk
gonna be
right
like, ah!
we need to get out of here. They open a warded door.
Thank God.
Our worker is done.
No,
I know
you're
that smile.
You're gonna overkill.
I
aren't
know
you?
that smile. There's a very live person over there.
Demons.
There's a very live person over there, though.
Oh, the minions. Are they going
They're not very smart.
Yeah.
They're not.
They're not smart, but they're bestial.
They could attack Rowan too.
Yeah, there's.
They could
there's-
attack.
there's-
Well, they can. They make group attacks, so I can only attack one person.
but there's a living person right
Go on,
there.
Ophelia. Go on.
Can I cast Chill Touch on them? From
What's the
attack
range?
120 feet.
You absolutely can. Yeah, I didn't realize you had such a long range ability. Yes.
I know it's range, but it's dumb.
But it's got touch, so you're like.
Because it creates like a
Yeah.
ghost hand. Yeah.
goes.
So yeah, you absolutely can.
For a cantrip.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, let's give this a little gizzity go then, shall we? Nat 20!
Are you serious?
If real.
Is it a saving throw or is it an attack roll?
It's an attack roll.
So yeah, I mean they're mega dead.
So that's D8, 1
But-
D8 maxed.
1, 2, 3, Griold.
It
4,
is-
5, 6.
It is chill
Rowan.
damage though, right? Or is it necrotic?
Necrotic.
All right.
4, 5, 6, Rowan. 1, 2, 3, Griold. 6. Rowan, you take a point of damage.
I'm back down.
You're dying again.
But I mean,
one
that
of
would have
the-
been devastating for Griold.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you watch, you reach out with this spectral hand, like a skeleton hand,
yeah.
and it like grabs one of these things, and it just erupts into like ice flames and green. The power of the Gravelord. As it does, it bursts into flame, and that flame covers Rowan, and he just goes from like quite peacefully being like, "I'll be okay." Then it would be the minions' go. There is one left. I will attack Benedict. After that.
Turns around, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's scared of the chill touch.
Misses. 8. Doesn't hit. After the minions, Xanthus, you are stable now. You're unconscious, but you're weak and stable. Dazed.
Okay.
Weak, very weak.
Could have
so
just
weak.
left it a stable, but sure.
Keep yourself a little bit.
I did
Can
this.
I swoop down and stab with a radiant blade?
Do you want to do that, or do you want to go save one of your friends?
One of them
What
is
I
dying
will
again.
do is I will land next to Rowan. And actually, hang on. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Mass
It's an
kill wounds.
action. I will use healing hands on Rowan.
Sounds smart.
So that is 3, 4, 5.
Thank you.
5 HP.
5. Then can I bonus action throw a knife at the?
I believe you can only do that if you take the attack action. I think it's specifically worded that
That's
it's if you take the attack action,
boring.
you can then bonus action. Sorry. You did just save Rowan's life, but that's boring.
I saved Ashen's rest, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, you pretty much did.
Boring.
Yeah, what a
Boring.
shit turn.
I'm an angel.
Well, Rowan is conscious, and you're on 5 hit points.
That's fine.
It would then go to Rowan's turn.
Can you fix this one too?
Rowan gets up. Healing word.
On Grill.
Level 2.
All right. With that, I don't think
yeah.
anybody else is making death saving throws
Also,
at this
after,
point.
after your turn,
think
it's
we're
going to be
done, yeah.
Benedicta just chops this thing. It's just like, finally! Ah!
Wait, does she have more than 1 hit point left?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
12 points.
12.
Grill is up.
Healing
He's
word.
feeling good. With that, we are going to take our break. As you have successfully saved Ashen Rest.
But at what cost?
At what cost? And that is what we will find out momentarily. But with that, we're going to take our 5-minute break. We'll see you all back here very shortly. Take care, everybody. See you then. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye now.
Welcome back to part 2 of Altheya, the Dragon Empire, with Daisy's sudden transformation, with Ophelia's channeling of the Gravelord, with a critical strike from Gruffith, and various support and assistance from Rowan and Xanthius, Benedicta, Griold, and many others. The battle for Ashen's Rest has been won. The Everlight destroyed. The demons defeated. And whatever power that Tobias Leto was trying to channel dispersed. The dome dissipates. And you have a few moments. Those of you who were stable but on sort of like, you can be at 1 hit point, Xanthius.
Oh, thank you.
What a gift.
As some time passes, Ophelia, you have at this point, very dejected. Like, Morris Goldsight, this aging dwarf, has just given up and is just head down, following wherever you sort of drag him or push him or shove him to.
I'll drag him.
Yeah, doesn't speak, just head down, no words. That figure that was flying towards you, you watched as the demon's power, this Balasgore and these demons that were appearing of this weird phosphorus sickly light, as that power faded, that figure just seemed to almost drop out of the air as they were flying, as if the power was suddenly taken away from them. As they were flying towards you, so a few streets down, basically, from where you currently are.
That's rough.
You can distantly hear, you can still hear sounds of battle, but quickly you begin to hear cheering as well, as if victories are being won, you know, people are overcoming things. You begin to see like several of the civilians that you guys helped escape, they are beginning to return with things like water buckets and like people that are, you know, dedicated to putting out fires. The buildings are, most of them are either being, you know, evacuated. Some of them will probably burn down, but the effort to make sure that the fires don't spread beyond anywhere else begins in earnest. Unless, is there anything you guys would like to do, like, immediately?
Laying on the ground, I just put an arm up to Gruff. Can you help me up?
All right, me boyo, how you feeling?
Pretty bad, actually, pretty bad. Oh, by the way, Benedicta? Yeah. Knows about, yeah.
We'll deal with that another day.
I know, they were going to find out eventually.
I have a feeling her sister already knew.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. I'm bad at keeping secrets. Speaking of secrets...
Rowan is bathing in the light of a celestial Daisy, having been healed. An angel.
I will dismiss. I will drop the form.
So you watch as the wings kind of disappear, the light slowly fades until it is Daisy once again.
What?
Hi.
What? He's just doing 2 thumbs up and it's stumped for words.
I can talk about it at some point, but at the moment, everything's fine.
You flew. You had wings.
Lots of people have wings and flying.
I don't.
No?
Nope.
Benedicta sort of looms behind Daisy. So Rowan, you see her, you hear her, Daisy, you hear like a clank of armor and things like that. And when you turn around, you see her quite tall, broad, muscular form. You know, she's very beautiful in a sense. She has like this shorter cropped blonde hair, but she has a very kind of like picturesque face, like a statue. She's, you know, incredibly beautiful, but also powerful. And she's looking down at you, and her face is difficult to read. Can Rowan and Daisy give me insight checks? Because she's just got this very strange expression on her face.
Nope, 4.
8.
Hey, the two of you don't really know what's going on, but like she's like staring down at you, Daisy. She's quite tall. She's like 6 feet.
Nothing bad. It's fine. Everything's fine.
She takes a knee. Child of light.
Huh?
Of Pyrus.
Huh?
You were sent to save this place. The Scions sent you to save us.
Rowan
A
will
miracle. A true miracle.
start praying on the floor.
Yeah. And
Like
Benedicta like holds her hands up and is like,
It's a sign.
Sun Warrior, thank you for sending one of your blessed chosen.
Thank you so much.
And Benedicta is like in absolute awe of you, Daisy.
There's no way I expected to happen.
Rowan is crying.
Stop crying.
I just Gruff.
Fine.
How are you
Stop
looking?
it.
Well, Gruff and Xanthias and Ophelia, you can just walk down the wall with Morris, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
I feel like Ophelia would be like tutting and like scolding Morris, like, you see, Morris, this is what happens when you put your faith in demons and devils. They can't be trusted. If you trust the Grave Father, however, you would live a life of promise and luxury. So just heed my warning. This is what happens when you follow demons and the like.
This did not happen. If it were not for you, our plan would have succeeded. They have shown me such wonders that I could not imagine. I was going to learn so much. Tobias and I, we were going to change the world with the gifts that they gave us. It was you, it was not the demons, it was you. And then if you had not destroyed that girl, the angel, if she had not destroyed the light, I would have fixed it. I would have had such knowledge. All of it lost. Tobias. Oh, Tobias. He's just shaking his head.
Well, you'll answer for what you have done to this town.
So be it. There is nothing more. I am an old man. What will they do to me? Imprison me? Kill me? A few years. I would have died anyway.
I'm sure the Duke will think of something.
Yes, the Duke. Stuck in the past. Not looking to the future.
I'm just imagining you every now and then. If he starts talking up again, you like flick his forehead. Shut up.
Gruff and Xanthius, your main way down is a burning building from the walls. What do you guys want to do? You can wait and they might be able to put it out, but you might be waiting a while.
I think that's the thing. Like, Gruff is literally just gonna sit on the wall.
Sit on the wall with
his paws dangling over there on the side, just looking at everything, and he's tired. He's exhausted.
Yeah, that
He's
tower over
very,
there. That goes
very-
up.
Yeah.
That burning building, that's the only way down. I guess we're stranded. This is who we are now.
I think there's
We're
nothing
wall
wrong.
people now.
This is where we belong.
I think there's nothing wrong with taking a moment's rest.
I'm going to sleep.
All right, lad.
The two of you sat on the wall. Benedicta and Rowan just in prayer next to Daisy, just who is looking bewildered. Ophelia comes up, dragging Morris behind you. A few minutes pass, and that cheering becomes more audible as obviously victories and the guards and maybe even the civilians themselves throughout Ashen Rest overcome those last remaining demons. Now not able to resummon themselves back into the world, they are dispatched and the threat is eliminated. You would hear a booming voice maybe just shortly after that of the Duke himself. Citizens of Ashen Rest, my loyal people of North Vale, the threat has passed, and I beg of your forgiveness for my actions and my weakness. Please assist your neighbors, your kith, your kin, and the guard in rebuilding and attending to what matters there need be. I will dispatch and send for our forces to come and assist with the recovery efforts. But fear not, the creatures are gone. And that sort of echoes across the town for a moment.
I'm laying on my back. I just do a week. Yeah.
Gruff will take like his satchel or something and just put it under Xanthius' head.
A little pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next, now again, you guys are more than, I would definitely like to know what you're going to do with Morris and where you're going to go from here. But the next few days are going to be, the town is going to be busy on rebuilding, putting out fires, any dead that need to be tended to. And there's going to be a lot of hustle and bustle, guards going around protecting things and things like that. You probably would be summoned to go and speak with the Duke at some point, but we can do that when you guys are ready. But I want to know if there's anything that in that time period you guys do, and especially I'd like to know what you do with Morris or anything immediate.
While Ree's thinking, just I guess as a little admin point as we get down or something like that.
Yeah, like imagine like
Yeah.
after a few minutes, like, you know, you can make your way down or they get a fire crew up here and start putting out the flames.
Gruff is going to try and dismantle one of the... Dismantle? Why did I say it like that?
Oh, how fancy.
Ralph is going to
He's going to dismantle one of the lights. One of the other lights. Fuck me.
One of the normal Everlights.
Yeah. and-
These, all three of these have been destroyed, so they are
Or-
damaged.
The one in the tower.
He just remembered...
One in the tower is also damaged, yeah.
Yeah, he remembered that Blackwing wanted a disc from an Everlight. So he will try and find a disc from an Everlight.
Go out into the city and find like a
Yeah.
functional one. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I'd
glad
say
you
you can do
remembered
that.
that. Because I forgot.
He made a promise, bro.
Yeah,
He
that's
spat on his
pretty-
paw and everything.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Xanthius has shown you before, like how to like dismantle them and how to like, you know,
And I got the one
it takes you a couple of times. Like maybe some of the Everlights aren't, because not all of them did
Yeah.
have these discs, but you eventually would find one for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, that's just a little admin-y point.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Well remembered, and you can note that down that you have an Everlight
Spit
disc. Yeah.
promise. Spit promise, bro.
That's sacred.
The demons didn't really leave anything behind. Like anything that they were carrying went with them when they were defeated. But Morris, I don't know if you would like take his things off of him.
Like his guns
Ophelia.
and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he has like this weird monocle thing that he has on him. He's got that. He has various kind of like, they look more like alchemical ingredients, like powders and acids and things like that. Could be worth some money if you took those. But that demonic looking gun is this ornate, carved of like brass and almost this ebony black wood. Its barrel is almost shaped like this sensuous kind of demoness, and she's like got her mouth open and like the hands are like cradling the barrel, and it's all shaped.
That's rebate.
There is a chamber that seems to be almost like a kind of revolver, like a spinning thing that can house 4 things, but they're all empty. And Morris doesn't answer any questions about it.
Does the vampire want to add a gun to her whip and her sword?
It's a demon gun, though.
No, it is a demon gun.
Demon gun.
It's a demon gun.
Demon gun.
You can try and break it.
Yeah, I'll smash it.
Okay. That didn't take much. I was just like, I guess you could destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try and smash. Give me
that looks really cool. Oh.
give me like a strength check.
Spiritual damage. Oh, it's so cool.
4.
4. What is this? Is this like you take the gun and you just like bash it on the wall or on the
It's
floor?
like a wretched thing, and just like I try and like throw it at something or like
Sure. You throw it
out of disgust.
and it hits like a stone pillar, or like the edge of a building, and you see like fire kind of spark along its barrel.
No.
And there's almost, those of you who are nearby, I'd say all of you, basically hear this voice, kind of almost like speak from it, like you hear it in your mind.
It's a
It's like,
sentient demon
Oh,
gun.
good. Sentient weapons. We love those.
I have a good track record with those.
Sentient demon gun. I guess Ophelia would then probably just pick it up again because it's dangerous. Like she probably wants to destroy it somehow.
Okay.
The kid might pick it up.
it's hot to the touch when you pick it up this time.
Oh. She wrap it in like her cloak or like in her dress, or like shove it in like a bag or something. Or
Okay.
oh,
Can you put down demon gun
I
in
will
your
put
inventory?
down demon gun.
Thanks.
Fuck's sake.
And yeah, Morris's other equipment, there's probably like, in terms of raw materials, like, it's basically an alchemist kit that he has on him. And then he has this like weird, like monocle device thing, almost like a one-eyed sort of like, not eye patch, I'm trying to think. It's like, think of what to use it as. It's like a leather band, like an eye patch, but it has like all these different lenses and like pieces of metal. Like it looks very artifice-y kind of steampunk.
Like in the opticians, when they put the lens in, they go one,
But only on the one eye.
one or
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
It's like Spy Kids, yeah, I get it.
Spy Kids. Steampunk magic Spy Kids, sure.
Like Vegeta.
Like a scouter. Very like that, but like a steampunky version of it, yes.
I've never watched it.
It's good though, good reference. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? 9,000! Fucking love that show. Anyway, so those are you can write those down. That thing that he's wearing, this scouter device,
Does that
it
talk
does
to you?
look ornate. It does not, doesn't speak to anybody.
Okay.
But it does look very ornate, and I'd say that you, having experience, like, because you've looked at, like, the stuff out in Osseous, again, looks like the kind of tool like an artificer, probably a magic item of some kind.
I think Ophelia would probably gather all these up with the intention of handing them over
Sure.
to the authorities,
Yeah, sure.
just to
Alright.
make sure they don't get used
That's what
nefariously.
I recommend, outside of character, is to go to the High Authority.
Sorry,
With,
from
uh,
here.
With Morris.
With Morris, yeah.
Let's see if Tobias is also somewhere.
Wow.
Just on the ground
Yeah,
splattered.
'cause
I mean, there's like
Please.
not a force, but a crowd coming towards us. They're probably going to see him first.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can have a little peruse. I think, High Authority with Morris.
Wait, we think the flying person's Tobias?
Said it was Tobias, didn't they?
Yeah.
No.
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 Was it not?
No.
No.
I say
Say
nothing.
anything.
It's just a
I say
figure.
nothing.
We don't know what it
disappeared
was.
with the. So it's probably something demonic.
Oh, the demon dude
It
was
fell out the sky,
talking
didn't
about
disappear.
Tobias.
Fell out
Oh,
the
fell out the
sky.
sky.
Fell over.
Landed
Okay,
into the
so
street.
I thought you said something like Tobias, I will not forget this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the demon.
Yeah,
thing.
did
but-
say that. I will not forget this deal.
I say nothing.
Should we go and investigate what fell out the sky?
We can head in that direction.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Oh,
Because we want to, we definitely want to hand over Morris to the
Yes.
authorities.
Grown-ups.
Yeah.
The grown-ups, because we can't do that.
Because it's basically, if you pass me the map,
We can keep
I
the
apologise, podcast listeners, I won't be able to describe this very well for you. But
Dusty.
for you
dusty
guys,
map.
you were fighting sort of here at this watchtower on the
Very
far
west.
In the western
side.
corner.
the west.
The flying thing basically the body fell in like this street near here.
Oh, not too far away.
So you basically.
Oh, wow, I didn't realise
if you were heading
that Pharos was so close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was literally, it would have, that flying figure was going to arrive at the next turn.
Okay, all right.
So they've landed just like on this intersection, this street
Might
here
be
next to the
not
Tawny Field. So if you wanted to, you could head that way and then head south towards the Forge where the Authorita and that is.
Yeah.
Because if we have to...
It's also towards the way of our place as well, so...
Citizens arrest them as well, depending on who
Citizens
they are.
arrest everyone.
I don't think
Yeah,
we're
when you
fine.
guys kind of gather up, you've got Morris in hand. The civilians start coming back. They're putting out the fires. They're attending to things. You see a few of the Duke's Guard basically like helping. They're doing things like clearing rubble, making sure everyone's okay, tending to injuries and things like that. When you reach that point, you do find a body just laying on the ground, not fully dead, but clearly so critically injured that they can't move, basically. As you find blood kind of pouring down his mouth, clearly unable to move from such a devastating height, the broken, twisted body of Tobias Leto.
Oh, Damry.
Grandmaster, Guildmaster of the Lamplighters Guild. He's wearing like robes of that same sickly green-yellow light, and you can see, though, very similar to when Ophelia was attacked by that poison creature, that kind of lingering black vein-like mark from the poison inside the body. His body is laced with it, like his arms, his neck, all around his eyes has got that same black viscosity to the veins. And you can see that his eyes are all red, his like mouth is all bleeding, his teeth are all blackened. Help me. He's just on the ground
Oh, good, he
in
can
an
still
immense amount
talk.
of pain.
We do have to help him.
Oh, we can help him. We can arrest him, and we can help him.
I'm going to healing word him.
Yeah, okay. You healing word him, Rowan.
And I'll subdue him as well.
Okay, how are you going to subdue him?
Gonna wrap him up, fold his legs, tie his arms to his legs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna say the healing word is like he clearly has like broken his back, and like a healing word's not gonna fix that. Like he cannot really move. But the healing word, like he like coughs and all this black phlegm and gunk comes out of his mouth and kind of draws down his chin. Whatever the healing spell is giving him enough to hold on, but he's in a bad way. You've ruined it. You've ruined everything.
You deserved it.
I deserved a second chance. You can just see he's struggling to like breathe.
And based on how the demon was talking, you're gonna get a second chance. Punishment, eternal maybe, but
Yes, Balascore has already taken from me. I have already been punished.
Well, I
fold him up.
I put him in my pocket.
Yeah, literally put him on your shoulder and you can just carry him back. Yeah, you carry this broken man. He looks even older. Like when you saw him before, he was quite an old guy, like nearly in his 70s. It looks like he's aged like 20 years.
Yeah,
Like a few-
between our dinner with him
Yeah.
to now,
Yeah.
something bad has happened.
He's aged like 20 years, maybe more. He's like not quite Last Crusade Indiana Jones, like when he's the skeleton, but like
Halfway
when,
through.
like yeah, literally like he's so sunken, his skin, all the veins, like this black poison in him. He looks in a bad way, barely able to speak. He passes out while he's on your shoulder, just falls fully unconscious.
Dribble, doesn't
He does drool.
Ugh.
As you make your way back through, you can see that there was a lot of damage done to Ashen Rest. Done mostly by the Duke himself in his fit, in his confused state. He's done more probably damage. There's been fires. You can definitely see that where the demons were attacking, there have been casualties. There have been injuries.
The latte fun.
we run.
And the inn.
The inn is untouched because because the everlight outside the inn was already broken, so the demons couldn't appear there. And
so far
for
out.
whatever reason, it seems that nobody's attacked it or gone in it. Maybe it was Tyria's influence. Maybe it could. You don't know. Percival is just stood there waiting. Just everything's looking tidy. He's tidied everything up.
Brilliant.
He's done his job.
Poor boy.
A latte fun. It has sustained some damage just from like broken windows.
No!
It's got like some broken windows and things like that.
We all fall to our knees.
How are the mugs?
No!
Beans
The
everywhere.
mugs are fine.
It smells so good.
The mugs are fine.
It doesn't look like it was hit by any fire or anything like that. It actually looks like people maybe have took refuge in a latte fun. And you can see that there are some guards walking around and like escorting people back home and checking they're all okay. You can see Maeve like, tidying up the glass and trying to like get things back in order. Maybe like bringing drinks to a couple of people who are in shock and injured. They've got blankets wrapped around them, sort of attending to the sort of aftermath, basically. When you make your way to the forge, however, there is a bit of a somber atmosphere. You can see a number of guards. The Lord Marshal, Logan Gray, is kind of coordinating efforts. And as you approach, when he sees you, he immediately kind of whips his head around. He's just like, "You there, you're the adventurers that spoke with the Duke, the ones who were investigating things." And he's like, his eyes fall on Morris and Tobias. "By scions and saints, you've got them. Was it you? The ones who stopped this madness?"
I look at Angel Daisy, who's no longer Angel.
Yes.
Well, we helped.
We tried our best. Well, we did it. Yeah, we did. We're heroes.
You are indeed that, my friend.
Subtle.
He nods his head. He's like, "There is no need for subtlety or humility. If it were not for you, I do not know what would have happened next. Our Duke, the town, things would have been worse." And he just nods, and all of like the Duke's guard snap a salute.
I salute back, throwing Tobias off my shoulder.
You see the soldiers like glance at it, and Logan Gray is just like, take him to a cell, and the dwarf as well, to Morris. We will interrogate them in time, but he like looks at you all. I'm afraid to say that in the battle, the High Authority was sadly killed.
What?
You remember that a number of the Lamplighters were arrested during our initial investigation. I don't know how or why, but when the demons and the dome appeared, some of those Lamplighters, they transformed, they gained demonic strength and power, and they broke out of their cells. Myself and my troops, we were dispatched around the town trying to deal with the attacks. It was High Authority, Wilhelmina and Zaron Tekis who held the line here. Tekis is badly injured but stable, but I'm afraid the High Authority is, unfortunately, she's lost to us.
It's fine. You have my deepest condolences.
Thank you. She gave her life stopping those possessed cultists from getting out and doing more harm in the city. Her and Tekis held them here, along with another guard. Yes, and he points, and you see, you see Bliss. Oh. Yeah, you see Bliss, the little pink tiefling. She looks like totally shell-shocked. She's just kind of sat there. She's got like a cup of like coffee, and like it's just sort of like staring into space. Like she definitely is probably a bit shocked. She's got like lacerations all over her face, like her arms, probably got like one of her arms like bound up as well, so she's kind of holding the coffee in one hand. It looks like she's been through it. But yeah, it sounds like the three of them basically held the line here at the forge to stop the Lamplighters who were arrested from basically getting out and causing more harm.
Run over to Bliss.
You run over, and she immediately, like, the sound of you running over, she kind of freaks out a little bit. It's like she drops the coffee.
Okay. It's me, Rowan.
Rowan. Hey. Oh, wow. You guys are okay?
Yeah.
Ah, good. Yeah, no, you guys didn't get hurt or anything? Or...
Oh, but it looks like you took some scrapes.
Yeah, I was, the High Authority, she wanted me to, Well, she asked me to join her staff. It was, promotion. And I was with her and Authority Tekis, and we were checking on the prisoners, those Lamplighters, and that Lady Teresa, and some of the Lamplighters, it's like all this smoke came in through the windows and through under the floors, and it like went in their mouths and in their eyes, and they changed. They got strong, and they were bending the metal bars, and they were getting out, and we did our best to hold them here, but it was bad. It was real bad.
You were very brave.
Thanks. Yeah. She's obviously struggling to like take some of this in, but the conversation definitely seems to be helping a little bit.
I'll give her a little gem. Put a little gem in her hand.
Oh, what's this for?
It's a gem.
Oh.
It's a really nice gem.
Yeah, it's
for you.
It's really pretty. Thanks. You sure?
Of course.
Oh, thanks. And she's, just gives her that distraction of like she's like looking at it, like kind of examining it a little bit.
That's it. Rowan will join the group.
Yeah, she just gets lost in her own thoughts. But like she definitely like something. She's like, thanks, Rowan. I'm glad you're okay.
I'll make you a fish stew when we're all better.
That sounds real good. Yeah, that sounds nice. Maybe get Guy and some of the others. Sounds good. Yeah, I just need to sit here for a bit.
You do that.
Yeah, it just takes a minute.
I think while this is going on, I imagine Sir Grield is with us.
Yeah, limping along. He sort of falls. He starts having a conversation with Logan Gray separately while this is kind of going on.
I'll probably interject with them and be like, you need to look out for Ilkara Sunsword as well. She's a part of this.
Ilkara Sunsword? What do you mean? This the Lord Marshal is like, what do you mean? She was fighting the demons.
She had a connection with Tobias Leto. It needs investigating. Other way, I'd say just don't let her out of your sight.
She's back at the cathedral. She led there was a group of them. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm going to retcon that. My own notes, there's a lot going on. When you say Ilkara Sunsword, the atmosphere kind of changes a little bit. And Logan Gray. Sunsword, well, she is... I don't know where she is. Something happened. She left the Ducal Palace. The reports that we've gotten, she left the Ducal Palace. She galvanized civilians and a few knights, talking about this being a moment to prove their faith to Pyrrhus, to prove their strength, that only the weak would fall. And she moved through the streets. She battled demons. She slew them, along with some of her followers and some of the knights and civilians even, but galvanized them to take up arms and fight alongside her. But when she reached the plaza, something happened. She became taken over by something, some power. The reports were that she was mad with rage and anger at the weakness that had grown here in Ashen Rest. She started turning on civilians, on demons, on anything that she could. A few of the knights and civilians with her seemed to undergo a similar transformation. We lost sight of them. They charged out somewhere into the city. We don't know where they went. In the sake of it, we had other concerns at the time.
It sounds like she became possessed. We've seen this happen before.
Griold would come in and be like, "Aye, Lord Marshal, I have witnessed it myself. Civilians taken over by this, by whatever this demonic power was. You said, Gruffith, you said it fed on negative emotions.
Aye.
That sounds like maybe the Sunsword's hatred and zealousness, or maybe that let in the demon itself.
Sounds like it.
She's going to be a problem in the future, but not one that we can deal with now." The High Marshal will say, I will dispatch scouts as soon as I'm able, but our first priority has to be securing the town, rescuing civilians. We have people trapped in buildings, rubble, there are injuries.
Where do you need us?
Right now, I think you've done more than enough. Take some rest, get your strength, recover your energy. There will be more to come in time, but for now, you've done everything you can. We can take care of the rest now. We've got these two, and he gestures to Morris and Tobias. With Tekis injured and the High Authority lost to us, I will take them into custody and await Tekis' recovery. We'll send for a high authority to come and pass judgment, but until then, we'll just hold them in captivity until necessary.
Maybe make sure there's no Everlights near them.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Call upon us if you ever need us for anything.
Indeed, I'm sure the Duke himself will want to speak with you. You need to be rewarded for your heroism, and I'm sure that if you had Sir Grield with you, a Knight of the Realm's witness and testimony will go a long way to spreading your tale of heroism. And Sir Grield will say, "Aye, Lord Marshal, these 5, they fought like heroes. There's no word about it. Knights, heroes, the lot of them. I'd stand by any one of them again."
Thank you for your assistance, Sir Grield.
I felt like I barely did anything. Can he fly? And he kind of glances his eyes towards Daisy. Or turn into a spider, or summon flames out my hands, but...
No, but you are a great shot.
I am. I'll stay here at the forge. I'll help them with things here. You go attend to whatever business you need to. I'm sure the Duke will want to speak with you, and I'll come and collect you when he's ready. But perhaps we give His Draconic Majesty a bit of time. I'm sure he has to process some things himself.
Of course.
And you can see he looks over at a building which has clearly got dragon marks through the roof and extensive damage and things like that. But I know the Duke. This will cause him great pain.
Well, hopefully Barissa is okay.
Yes, she's a dragon. She will heal, but I'm sure it will not be a pleasant injury.
I think Gruff, kind of stunned by what Griel said, you almost see tears forming in his eyes. It was a great honor to fight by your side, Sir Grield.
You as well. I know it is perhaps a frivolous thing to think of now, and it may be cancelled given these events, but there is a tournament to fight in. A knightly tournament. And I expect to see you there, Gruffith of Tremorrow.
Griffith will be there! He will! He'll be there!
Well, I did think maybe I would sleep for a few days, but who am I to turn down an invite?
You have time for that at least. Rest, recover. And let us hope that the Duke maintains. It is an important celebration, not just for knights and glory and things like that, but I think the town will need something like that, something to rally behind. And a hero of the town. People will want to see, and perhaps your companions. There are bouts where knights can fight alone, but there are bouts where knights can call upon allies to fight alongside them as well. Team games and the like.
I'm not a knight, not yet.
Not yet, but a good way to prove that you're capable of being one. If I may. And he puts a hand on your... You have to reach up a little bit. He puts a hand on your arm and he's just like, humility can be a great virtue in a knight. But it is important for a knight to recognize their own glory too. One cannot be a knight if one is too humble to recognize their great deeds and the great purpose that they are applying themselves to. You said that you seek to join the Circle of the Loyal Hounds.
Yes.
A fine order. Given what you've done here, I have no doubt that an invitation will be waiting for you at that tournament.
One can hope.
Hope is all we have.
I think Gruff just is stunned. He has no words.
Yeah.
He's on the verge of passing out from tiredness.
Yeah.
He's very sore. He's bleeding.
So I'll pat you on the arm. It's like, well, to business then. There's still a few things to do. Thank you for the healing. Go on.
Thank you for keeping the minions off me.
I did my best. Let's hope that none of us have to face any of those horrible, nasty demon beasties in a while, eh? Till next time, my friends. Till next time.
We'll see you at the tournament.
See you at the tournament.
Tournament.
Is Benedicta still here?
She did not come with you. She headed straight for the straight to the cathedral, because that's where she left Malady.
I have news. She runs off.
I mean, her first priority after helping, like, you guys would have been to go back to Malad.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
fine. That's fair enough.
Well, we can go and rest.
Yeah, that would be welcome, yeah.
Shall we go back to our inn?
We can do. I mean, I was about to suggest we could go back to the church or to Blackwing or something, but I'm gonna be honest. I want to sleep. I want to lay down in our tavern and sleep.
Well, then let's all get some sleep.
Who wants a piggyback?
Me.
What? No!
Why?
I want one.
I'm only small.
You can fly.
I'm only small.
You can fly now.
I can carry
She can
two.
fly now? She flies now.
Are you telling me?
That's just like Xanthias and Griffin up here running. Like, looking behind Daisy flying behind them. She flies now! She flies now! They got paid to write that dialogue.
Yeah, a lot of money probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go back.
Jetpack troopers. No, we're not going to go into
Let's
it.
not
I'm
start that.
not going to go into
Let's
it.
not start that.
Somehow Palpatine is
Stop.
somehow Tobias returned. Okay, you guys can go back and have a long rest.
Yeah.
I have some other good news for you.
Oh, yeah?
It's a big fight. It's a big milestone. And
Yeah.
I know you only recently did it,
But?
but I think that deserves a level up.
Hell yeah! Level 5. Level 5.
So, there's also going to be a couple of other things. This is going to be a bit more of an admin-y conversation. I kind of want to save some of the roleplay for when we get back. Let's have a good think about things that we want to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a couple of things that we can process in the downtime as well. And we'll we'll close this episode out with you guys meeting with the Duke, and I think that there would definitely be like a ceremony to like celebrate you guys. You are going to get a very big payday from the Duke.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah? What are we talking?
The Duke
One
is
gold.
basically, as part of the celebrations for you rescuing Ashen Rest and with Sir Griold, the witnesses of the civilians, like this town, you are basically now heroes in this town. Everybody knows it was the 5 of you that saved Ashen Rest and saved the Duke and everything else. So your reputation here in town, immensely, your reputation is very, very high. You are paid, you are given a stipend, a reward of 5,000 gold.
Oh, boy howdy.
We can make the inn livable.
Or we get one very good door.
This is the best.
You still have Tyria to sort of maybe deal with as well.
Yeah.
Because she's stable for now, but like she's gonna, potentially revert. But yeah, you are the Duke. Basically, this is assigned to you via the Auric Bank. It's not like you are given a big pouch of gold, but basically you are given access to a large amount of money to be withdrawn from the Auric Bank from the Duke's son. That can be handled by the Duke and his considerate at the Ducal Palace if you need
Give them
to.
receipts.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I bought 5 coffees.
This is
Here you
6
go.
weeks worth of a latte fun.
I think it'd be more like, here's like 1,000 gold, or
Sure,
here's a
yeah,
500
yeah.
gold or whatever. But you basically have
need
a
a
group
coffee.
pool of 5,000 gold.
Wowie.
Held safe.
Yeah.
Auric
And
Banks.
yeah, your reputation within Ashen Rest and within Northvale, this will spread out. So in
we
Ashen
exalted?
Rest, you are, basically you have your exalted rep in Ashen Rest.
We get tabard?
And then Northvale itself is, that reputation spreads out. So if you go anywhere in Northvale, which is the northern part of Cauldre, you will be known as the heroes of Ashen Rest.
Not full Cascaras, though.
No,
all
not
the
in
way
the full
back.
Cauldre, not in full Cascaras. If you go elsewhere in Cauldre, you may be able to play on this. So anywhere in Northvale, basically assume that most people will treat you as heroes. If you go elsewhere in Cauldre, you might be able to use that as leverage for advantage on charisma checks. So if you're trying to be like, hey, we need to go and speak to this person in this bigger town, you can leverage like, we're the guys who saved Ashen Rest, and maybe you'll get advantage on your thing. But remember, if you do things to ruin your reputation or bring, disrepute,
Dishonor
that
on
can-
you, dishonor on your cow.
Exactly. That might affect your reputation here in Ashen Rest as well. But for now, your reputation, your renown is very, very high. So you'll have things like discounts in stores, people will treat you very well.
Student discount.
That's cool. How's our reputation in the Twin Pits, though?
Well, that is a whole other thing. You don't really know to what extent is. I would say that with enough research, speaking to Blackwing or your own research, there are, within the Twin Pits and the Helion Throne, there are many different factions. One thing you might be able to learn, and maybe we'll make this more of like a research project, but Balas Gore, the name that kept being thrown around, is what's known as a greater demon, a powerful demon who holds a lot of influence within the Twin Pits, but they're not the only one. They're always in rival with each other, even within their own pit, within the pit of Diablos. All the different demons are vying to get to the top, and it is it's a literal hierarchy. The higher you are in the pit, the more influential and powerful you are, and the lower, the weaker you are, basically. Balas Gore definitely is somebody who's going to remember your name. Whether or not they're going to come up again is entirely dependent on you, the people that you make enemies with, and other things as well. But there's definitely a potential enemy made, and depends on how much you guys want to get involved in it. You might be like, we never want to see that guy again, we're never going to get into it. Maybe the Lamplighters weren't the only people that were like trying to help this guy. Maybe they were. You don't know, and I'm going to leave out, if you want to add to your quest list, you would find out that Sunsword Ilkara, when the dome came down, fled with a number of her acolytes, seemingly possessed of some sort of demonic strength. She became like a sort of infused with demonic power, but also holy power as well.
Oh my god!
And has escaped into Cauldra somewhere. There are posters wanted, like not like wanted for like her death, but like people are like wanted for capture, missing, like, you know, report this person to the authorities and things like that.
Approach with caution.
Yeah, approach with caution, dangerous. But yeah, so that is a potential loose end, perhaps. And if you always want to explore more what happened with Tobias and things like that, you obviously can do. But this little arc is done. This is a self-contained story in a sense. There might be some follow-ons and lead-ons, but this is now done. And my plan was originally basically to kind of maybe skip a few days until the tournament, and then maybe when we come back in, the tournament would be the first thing that we kind of come back into.
Got a few days of peaceful downtime.
If you want to, yeah. Like we can do the downtime and stuff like that.
I guess one thing I want to do in the downtime is fulfill my promise to Blackwing and return with the 2 items they asked for: the demonic residue and a disc from the Everlight.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's maybe that's the avenue where Blackwing would tell you, like when they examine the essence, they will tell you, yes, this demon, Balas Gore, known as the Phosphorus. I know very little about them. Experimented with celestial light, gained it to their own power, toxicity. They are very influential. Not the greatest, but powerful. Very interesting. And they take the essence and they take the Everlight. These will be valuable. Thank you for honoring your oath, Gruffith of Tremorrow.
It's what I do. I honor oaths.
For now, I name thee Oathkeeper. A name that I, and perhaps other elves, will remember.
I thank you. And your Raven was very helpful in the battle.
I am pleased to hear it. They are beautiful creatures.
Absolutely stunning.
Blackwing just nods their head in mutual appreciation of birds. But yeah, I mean, like, there's no payment. This was the payment for their help. So they're like, thank you very much. Put that away.
We got the
You may leave.
That was the deal.
Well, it's also for Gruffith, because Gruffith would not want to break apart the promise, especially.
And that's kept you in good standing. You think that, again, that's kept you in good standing with Blackwing.
Yeah.
So if you do want to go and speak to them again, they are always going to be an ally here in Ashen Rest for you to go to.
Great.
Some other little things. I think at some point, Teresa Lavendale, the Illuminator of the Guild, she is released. Like, she clearly had nothing to do.
She wasn't part of the group.
She was never part of it. She was a stooge. You know, talking to her, like, what she said was true. Morris basically gave her instructions, but she didn't have any idea that it was connected to the Everlights. Interrogation of Morris confirms that basically a number of the engineers were sent out with these things, not knowing what they were. You also would find out that Janya Cooper, also not involved, sadly killed by Tobias. That screaming when you passed the Pharos and the fighting and screaming you heard. Janya, most of the Lamplighters Guild were killed by those loyal to Tobias in that moment. They were sacrificed, basically.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So there are still some surviving Lamplighters Guild members, but it's a handful of them now. The Pharos is basically given over to the Duke. That tower is now basically handed over to the Duke to do with as he wills. The Everlights are all taken down. All of that gets dismantled. And those Lamplighters who were part of the guild are just left as now free agents. Teresa Lavendale one morning would come by seeking Ophelia. I wanted to come and see you because you spoke of something, and I think in those moments when I was in the cells and I could hear those frightful things sort of trying to get out, and I was very scared, and I prayed to the saints and scions, and they didn't hear me.
Oh, she's recruiting.
But you spoke of, I was afraid to die.
Yes, it's very natural.
And I remember what you said about your faith, and could I learn more?
Oh, of course you can. Oh, I'd be delighted to tell you all about it.
I can't promise that I'm going to be a believer or anything like that, but it's just made me realize that there are things in this world that I seek understanding of things, and I've always enjoyed making things. It's why I joined the Lamplighters, and I enjoy the process of creation, and I'm a talented glass blower and an engineer and things like that, but I feel like I've been quite ignorant in most of my life, and perhaps learning about something brand new would I feel like it would help me in some way. Can I?
Yes, come in. I'll invite her into the tavern, I suppose, and we'll sit down.
You have your first follower.
Yes!
So for Ophelia, as this is a thing that you gauge, you are gonna potentially gain followers, and like depending on your actions, and if you go out and do things and things like that. And Teresa is like the first step of that. Like she is like a first convert.
Hell yeah.
Another thing that relates to that, because obviously I know there were some concerns with Daisy's origins and Xanthias' origins and things like that. One thing that would become clear is the Duke Ignarius. I'll save that for when he does the big group thing. Okay. I'll save that, but he has something he's going to say about that. Some other things that happen, or if you guys have got anything.
Can I go see Malady and Benedicta?
Yeah, absolutely. You would find that.
Back up.
How soon do you think you would go? Like after that first night's sleep, would you go like the next morning?
I think I'd make a point to go and see them, not as soon as possible necessarily, but like I want to just make sure a friendly visit.
I would maybe go with them this time.
I'll tell everyone.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to go speak to them.
So Daisy and Xanthias is going to go. Does anyone else want to go?
Yes.
Okay, so Roman's going to go.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yes, if everybody's going.
Okay, if everybody, because Ophelia obviously is like, I don't want to fucking hate that bitch, but...
Well, yeah. Yeah, maybe not actually. Benedict's
it's up to you.
there.
You can go if you want.
Teresa needs some guidance, you know.
I think they're willing to help, just by the way.
Or just in case Benedicta wants to hit you around the head or something.
Benedicta will probably hit me in the head, yeah.
You would find them not at the Grumpy Hog, they're actually still at the Bright Shadow Cathedral, where they've been helping the Speaker of Secrets, Savarin Un, is been like trying to keep everything together. The loss of some sort of Elkara and her betrayal basically has hit the cathedral quite heavily. Night Glory, Sir Glory, is basically acting as the head of the Pyrrhus part of the church right now, and is totally too young and overwhelmed for it and just does not know what's going on. Apparently another Sun Sword will be sent from Kelskaris to take over Ilkara's duties here, but in the meantime Sir Glory has to maintain it. The Speaker of Secrets and Sir Morning are helping out where they can, but Sister Benedicta and Sister Malady have also been helping as the Ecliptic Order is part of the church. Malady is recovering. When you go in, you would probably find Benedicta is like working with Sir Glory. They're out busy doing things like speaking to acolytes and trying to like, you know, make repairs and heal and things like that. Malady is like propped up in one of the sort of priest's rooms, like her private chambers. She's like in bed, and you can see that she has like ledgers and books, but she's basically being confined to bed, and she's not allowed to like do anything. She looks deathly pale, even more pale than she normally does. Her like slick, her dirty blonde hair like really plastered to the side of her face with sweat. She's in like a loose kind of like simple priest shirt. The cover's kind of pulled up, and you guys knock and enter, and she's like, well, if it isn't the heroes of Ashen Rest, welcome.
That's what everyone keeps saying. It's nice to see you well.
Thanks to, as I am led to understand it, your timely intervention at the inn. Some of you helped my sister deal with one of those demons that was trying to kill us.
Yeah, we tried our best to get as many as we could. We couldn't be everywhere at once, but luckily we got to you just in time.
I'm very grateful for that. And also grateful to see that the Curse of Harrowing has its business. And it seems... Damn birds everywhere.
Ravens.
It's that elf's tower.
Blackwing is Blackwing, yes. It's nearby, that tower.
Malady will look at Ophelia and indeed, number of miracles, it seems, have happened over a few days. The dead return to life. Angels fall out of the sky to defeat demons. Quite an interesting time.
Stones move around the battlefield, seemingly of their own devices.
I've been told of your masterful work with illusions, Master Rowan.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
My sister did not realize it was illusion, but I suspected it so.
Instrumental in the battle, in fact.
What do I owe the pleasure?
Well, we just wanted to make sure that you were okay, and I thought it apt
Checking up on me.
Checking up on you. I
do not. She actually starts like laughing to the point where she coughs. She's like, I do not believe that anyone since my sister has ever thought to check up on me.
Well, you've been very helpful to us, and I know that you wish to help us more.
Certainly, you are a very interesting character, Xanthius Oregon. My offer to you still stands. It is a shame that Benedicta has learned the truth, but leave that to me.
Is Benedicta...
She's not here.
Not
No,
here,
she's
yeah.
not here. She's not here at all. You do not need... I will tell you this. For now, you have nothing to fear from the Ecliptic Order. I will... Your secret shall remain between us for now. But I would like your assistance in dealing with the greater matter.
And I will help you.
Good.
I want you to know, by the way, it wasn't my choice. I didn't want this. And I want it gone. Oh, and by the way, you're dead right.
Yes, I had figured as much. Based on things that were told to me, but also, you should be aware that there were rumors in Kelskaret. I was already investigating matters and descriptions, no names, but descriptions. Witnesses, rumors, things that I pieced together when I heard from Zaran Tekis of a gold dragonborn with magical gifts and a strange problem of the chest. Well, I hedged my bets.
Yeah, I'm finding myself to be awfully suspicious recently.
Well, you have this business here in Ashen Rest. You have both done yourself a favor and a disservice at the same time. The name of Xanthius Oregon will now spread. And those who covet what you have, those who initially wanted it, they will know. But, as I understand it, you have gained quite the ally in Duke Ignarius. And that is no small thing.
No, we intend to speak with
My apologies.
speak with the Duke very soon. But again, wanted to make sure you're okay. Know that you have allies in us, and
Can you make a persuasion check for me? Because I think Melody's such a paranoid character. I don't think she would, like, I want to see if she believes that you genuinely were checking up on her.
yeah, this is like I mean,
Like, legit.
aside from the making sure they're not taking up arms to kill me,
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
still a genuine, like,
You came to see
I like
if she
these
all right.
people,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, what was it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
You are being honest. I just want to measure it against her.
I have a +3, which makes 23, not 20.
Interesting. I got a nat 20 on her insight.
Oh.
There's a real genuine moment where she kind of smirks when you say, like, oh, we wanted to check on you. She kind of just like, huh, of course you did. But then, like, you kind of catch each other in the eye, and she like cocks her head, and you do see almost like there's like a slight watering to like one of her eyes, and she just like, you know, rubs her eyes if like she's got something stuck in it. You mean that, don't you?
Oh, I do. Of course I do.
May I ask why? Is this because I represent an ally? I can help you. Why would you care about some sickly zealot?
Well, for starters, you're not trying to kill me.
Well, that is true.
But you helped us, and we need all the help we can get. In times like this, if threats like this can attack Ashen's Rest, it can happen anywhere. And
It's true. It is something that the Ecliptic Order fears. To see that a prominent guild such as this in a place of Ashen Rest, one which we consider to be quite pious, to be quite loyal to the Empire, to see this cult manifest is a worrying sign. I do not say this lightly. She kind of like leans in conspiratorially with the five of you. Since the Empress's death, incidents like this have been growing across the Empire. Cults of the Embered, devotees of the planar powers, not religious worshippers such as yourself, or those perhaps gifted powers without their knowledge, those who actively seek malicious, what we would call a crime of malfeasance. They are growing. It is like as if the powers beyond this realm sense a weakness in the Empire. So be guarded, be wary.
So I'm not a criminal in your mind, then?
You are an interesting case, young Daisy, isn't it? In terms of legality, the Ecliptic Order does not hold any authority to... We are not authorities. We cannot arrest you. We cannot harm you without a bounty or some such posted. We are investigators, officially, of course. There are members of my order who take the law into their own hands from time to time. This crime, malfeasance, it refers to those who strike deals with the planar powers to cause malicious harm, to subvert the souls, to endanger the souls of a citizen of Altheya. Now, there could be a case with you
Oh, definitely no.
that this, whatever it is, you are not seeking to harm others. You are not trying to corrupt others. But there is a legal, shall we say, difficulty. Because a good authority could argue that your soul has been endangered, thus making you guilty of a crime against yourself. Now, I personally don't believe in that hogwash, but be cautious. I have no problem with you, dear. You clearly care for the people around you and the people here. I do not believe that you would have done something as... Well, my sister is quite taken. She believes you to be sent by Pyrrhus.
Also not true. Not got any bad things. Also not sent from anywhere.
May I ask,
Where does this power of yours come from?
I'd like to know also.
When I was very, very young, my family passed away in a fire. I would have too if I hadn't been saved by my friend, by Nim.
Is Nim a presence that you can feel? The one who gives you these powers, this magic of light and radiance?
Yes. So it was only to keep me alive. And then that's just all I've known.
Would you like to know more?
Yes.
I roll a nat 20 on an Arcana check.
Two in a row.
Two in a row. I have heard it is a very rare phenomenon. But one I'm familiar with, it is spoken of in the Ecliptic Order. You are what we call a Deva. Your friend, Nim, is of the celestial realm called the Lucent Peaks. A former soldier of the Angelic Legion. Now, as I understand it, very few of these Deva, they keep themselves hidden, often not revealing themselves, but they form a sort of bond with a soul here on Altheya. Why? I do not know. It is not spoken of. I do not have records of it, but it is a symbiotic relationship. They protect you, they grant you these powers, they assist you. I've heard talk of them giving advice, acting as advisors, mentors, friends even.
Yeah, I didn't really have any friends when I was growing up. Just people didn't want to talk to the girl who talked to herself.
But you are not
The
talking
vacant expressions.
Oh, by the saints and signs, it all makes sense.
I knew there was something there.
You have a friend inside.
Yeah, but good friend, friend good.
Good
Yes,
friend.
they've
Okay.
helped very much.
And yeah, see, no,
Nim.
people didn't want to be my friend before.
Yeah, how does this work? Hello, Nim.
Rowan looks at Daisy's forehead. Hello, Nim.
Nim.
Pleasure to meet you, Nim.
Little one.
No response?
I mean, there is no sense trying to hide it now, but you do not need... I will not speak with them if you do not wish me to.
You can speak with them if you want. I'll say it in my head. Like, you can speak with them if you want to, but I don't
Perhaps
feel
another
like...
time.
She's doing the looking in.
He's
That's the look.
He's talking to
That's
him.
the look.
The only thing that concerns me... I have heard that there have been others like me who have performed these bonds with mortals like yourself. I still do not know if I trust this Inquisitor, this malady. She... I mean, it's not that I don't not trust her, but she seems better than the religious one, at least. But I'm not used to people knowing of me and my kind. This is... It is meant to be a secret. If the Legions find out I am here, if the Legions were to learn that I have hidden within you, they would send their agents to find me and take me back.
Well, I just won't tell them about you. I won't give them your full name. I won't give them anything else.
No, but you don't understand, little one. It is not simply a case of knowing my name. If they learn that I am gone and they start looking for you and they hear about what you did in Ashen's Rest, what we did, I am just worried. Perhaps this malady, well, if we need to, perhaps she could be an ally in some way, but let us be cautious.
Okay, that's fine. But I'll probably tell a bit more to my friends.
Yes, I think we've
just
learned to
those
trust them.
ones.
Yes,
And
I
then-
trust them.
Oh, I hope Nim likes us.
Then maybe
They're
just
having a real
they're the only
conversation.
ones. They're the only ones who really need to know. Maybe.
Yes, I agree.
But
Malady will kind of continue on a little bit. This symbiotic relationship, the spirit gets a refuge here, a place to hide, but they also retain their memories. I've said that if they go too long without bonding to a mortal, their memories become disjointed, they lose themselves. And it is possible that the angelic legions of the Lucent Peaks reclaim them and reforge them into a new soldier.
Fascinating.
They are, as I understand it, and forgive me, Nim, if one can hear me and I am incorrect, they are deserters of their army. They flee the angelic legions and hide here. I've heard mixed stories. In some cases, they are friends, allies, protectors. In other cases, there was a story once of a man who had this bond, who was a deva, but it was not a pleasant relationship. The angelic spirit sort of forced him into accepting the bond, used him as a place to hide, not always to his own will. Remember this, if you remember anything at all, the planar powers, they are not like you and I. They are beings of alien intent. Morality is skewed. You might think celestials, angels, things that in our scriptures and things like that speak of as these protectors and warriors, but that is not always the case. They are devotees of law, of justice. Justice is not always blind. It can be twisted, a tyrant even. So be cautious. And that applies too to creatures such as demons. Why, one of our very own saints was a devil herself. Reformed, redeemed. The undead. You have great faith in your Lord, I'm sure, Sister Ophelia. But can you tell me that you trust all of the undead servants that align themselves to him? But as I am to understand, in your country you have the different houses, yes? Mm-hmm. I'm also led to believe that there is some rivalry between them.
Oh, yes, but isn't rivalry natural, like, amongst all factions and nations?
Indeed. But these undead creatures, these undead beings, they are not always kind. Some seek their ambitions above all else. Not all put their faith in loyalty. Am I wrong?
I suppose not, no.
All I'm saying is, with the planar powers, you can never be too sure. This, him, seems a hero, a soldier. Perhaps that is why they fled. They could not stand the tyrannical nature of their army.
He didn't want to fight anymore.
But that might not always
so
be the
far,
case.
it's just been me and Nim. Just me and Nim. And that's just it. That was my first friend, my only friend. Until now. And then they've never led me astray. They've always been very clear and there for me and wouldn't want me to get in any danger. So I would appreciate it if nobody mentioned them.
Oh, no, we won't, but
Very wise.
whether it was your feet or Nim's that led you to us, I'm thankful.
I will say this, young Daisy. I do not think it such a bad thing for people to believe that you are perhaps a warrior of Pyrus. It will protect you in many circles.
Well, I don't want to do anything bad. I just want
Oh, my
things-
dear, my dear. Sometimes lies can be good things.
Okay, I'm just really bad at it though, so
We can workshop it together.
you're good at it.
Nope.
White lie.
Yes.
Gruff is scrunching up his snout at this. He's not saying anything, but he's like scrunching his little face.
You see Malady wipes a little blood from her cheek as she has another bad coughing fit, really bad. Like she can't stop for a long time and she like wipes the blood.
Forgive me, I have spoken a bit too long. My illness is taking its toll.
It's okay. We'll leave now, but you rest. From the sounds of it, our work is far from over.
You have at least a bit of time. Rest, recover. I hear you are to receive quite the reward from Duke Ignarius.
I hope so.
Spend it wisely. And I'm sure that we will meet again. My sister and I will not linger here in Ashen Rest much longer. Once I am recovered and things are settled, we will head back to Kelskaris, most likely. But you can always send word to me if you need.
Okay. But again, thank you. for everything you did.
It is rare that I am thanked in my line of work and in my life. I think that perhaps you might be the first to ever thank me.
I'm learning to trust people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, until next time. She kind of gives you a nod. She reaches over, pulls like medicine, begins taking some medicine. Yeah.
We'll dip.
I don't want anybody to be worried. Everything's fine. It's all good. I just...
Oh, Daisy, I saw you fly and glow and blow up a lantern in one dagger.
Yeah, we're not worried. We're
Impressed.
yes, in awe.
Amazed.
Okay. But I don't want you to think it's blasphemous, Gruff. I'm sorry if you think it's wrong. It's just that I didn't really have that much of a choice because I was 3, but also they've been really nice.
My darling, it sounds like that's not my voice.
Hello? Just give it a minute.
My dear, it sounds like you have a celestial being.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the holiest of holy.
Well, yeah, but people don't...
I want to clarify one thing, because I know Gruff's religious. Celestials, like angels, aren't a part of like the Scion faith. You could think it's like a warrior of Pyrrhus that's been sent, but it's very different to being a celestial. They are a planar thing. This would be like it'd be more like Daisy being like given the power of a saint temporarily is like what that would kind of manifestation would be.
Okay.
The saints, the Scions, do have servants like heralds and things like that, but they aren't celestials like the game celestials, like what Daisy has. Just so I don't want you to get confused and think that like it's the same thing.
This is Pyrrhus.
Yeah, Gruff could think like ignore what Malady was talking about and be like, no, you're blessed by Pyrrhus. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I think it's tough because Gruff is religious, but it's more just because it's always been there.
Yeah.
He's never been a thinker about it.
Yeah.
And the last few events and the last few days has really kind of like messed with his core belief system.
I would say it would depend on how much stock Gruff puts in what Malady said about it being like a planar thing. You could be like Benedicta and be like, no, that was a blessing from Pyrrhus. I know what that was.
No, he trusts Maledicta.
Yeah, Malady. Yeah. So he would probably know that. Yeah, that the celestial is actually a planar creature, not a holy, like a someone from the Scions.
I don't know,
So
man.
I just want to clarify. I know it's world building.
Yeah,
finagling,
no,
but
I retract
Looks
my
like Pyrrhus,
statement.
sounds like Pyrrhus. Probably
But I'm not...
Pyrrhus.
It's not anything that's getting any better or worse or, making someone's arm look...
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, it's not hurting me, whereas your thing is hurting you, and that's
Well,
not
yes.
good. Because
No.
you're being hurt.
As long as you're not being hurt.
I'm not being hurt. And I'm not gonna hurt anyone else because it's just me.
Hey, how often can you do that flying thing?
Oh, I don't know. I've only done it that once.
That was your first time?
Yeah, I kind of panicked and it happened. Because, there was a lot of fire around. There was a lot of demons. It was quite terrifying. And I could do something about it. And I just kind of willed that to happen, and it happened. And then the problem was gone because the light was gone. And, yeah.
Well, you very much did something about it. I think that saved us there. So again, thank you, Nim, if you can hear me.
They can't hear you that well.
Really?
Just muffled, just like, not so much. Don't get closer.
Okay.
You know what, Daisy? What I heard in all of this, I can't tell you if you're blasphemous or not. What I heard in all of this was a very young girl lost her parents. And this thing, whatever it is, kept you safe.
Yeah.
And in my eyes, that can't be blasphemous.
Thank you.
it's a very good Gruff response.
Daisy will give Gruff a hug.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, pat.
I know you don't like it, but I'm gonna make you.
No,
do
don't
the hugs.
cry.
It's fine.
Don't cry. It's okay.
I'll be
It's
alright.
okay. Okay, my fur is all wet now.
So, before we wrap up the episode, one thing that would happen is you are brought to Duke Ignoris for a private chamber conversation.
but a parade is basically arranged.
No, Christ.
Not just for you guys. It honors the High Authority who gave her life. It honors many of the soldiers who also died in the fight, and also the soldiers who, fought and survived. Like, it's kind of we all did it, but you guys are like the guests of honor of like, and these are the heroes who destroyed the lantern and stopped the demon and stuff like that. The private conversation with Duke Ignarius, you would find his tall, powerful humanoid form, the 10 feet tall, dark-skinned, dreadlock, but all scars and cut up. Slightly more morose than the last time you've spoken to him. That never comes across when he's publicly speaking. Publicly speaking, he is as bold and brash. When he does the parade, he speaks of your heroism and the unity of Ashen's Rest coming together and fending off this attack, and how it's made it stronger, and it proves that cauldron spirit and pride is all there. But
don't look me up.
Yeah, there's a bit of that. But in private, there's definitely a bit more of a guilt and regret to him. He will say, "You have my humblest of thanks, heroes. Not just for destroying the light and freeing us from that spell, but for saving me before I did something truly, truly terrible." And he glances over, and Lady Emberissa, his daughter, is there. And you can see that her arm, even in her humanoid form, still bears this horrific burn scar all up her. And, she was a very beautiful, kind of pretty humanoid, like elven figure. But now it's got this really intense, like, quite nasty burnt scar, like chunks of flesh missing, and she's trying to cover it up with silks, but you know it's there. And his eyes kind of dart towards her, and she looks away, and you can see that he's very guilty. But for saving me from myself and my family from myself, whatever you need, I consider you to be champions of North Vale. I will make sure that you are rewarded as befits heroes of this place. Not just some inn, but true heroic reward. Gold, riches, whatever is in my power to grant.
Just a couple of days ago, we were just thinking about repairing the stairs.
You do not need to tell me now. Just know that in me, you have not just a friend, but one who owes you a great debt. A debt of a dragon is no small thing. Sister Ophelia de la Rosa.
Yes.
I do not know by which miracle you have returned to us.
Oh, yeah.
For I saw your body laid out as it was. But I fear that given the betrayal is perhaps the wrong word, but the actions of the Church of the Scions, there have been voices speaking to me that you are bringing a heresy to my lands.
No, just education.
Please. You used your power to defend my people, to defend my home, to defend me, my family. It is in my rights. The dragons, we have our own belief. We do not follow the saints and scions as the Ilkir do. We were taught differently. I see no reason why you should not be permitted your worship here in my lands.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm so thank you. That would be a great honor, not only to me but to Osseous.
I would trust that you would seek only to help my people grow, to become stronger, to prosper with this religion of yours, this grave father.
Of course, we would only wish for your people to experience nothing but joy and bliss, for they have suffered so much already. Surely giving them joy would be what they would deserve.
then it is within my power as regional duke to allow you to preach the word of your faith here in my lands.
There we go.
I cannot.
Maybe we should put this to a vote.
I cannot offer you this beyond my borders.
Of course.
You have to contend with the church and their interactions.
Oh, of course. Your
But I
resplendence. I'm so thankful.
You are most welcome. But I see this as only fair. For if the Church of the Scions can nearly bring ruin to us, and he does look like there's a look of like, fucking pirates fucked up. like,
I mean,
then I see no reason to deny you your faith here. Nor should any who are plain touched. And he kind of looks around.
Thank you, sir.
Suffer prejudice. I am led to believe as well from my considerate and the High Marshal that you've uncovered information that the former owners of the inn that I bequeathed to you, they were mistreated by the church.
yes, for name alone, enticing devil.
We cannot have that. I will make sure that this does not happen again. We must make sure that these religious matters, this zealotry, it has already taken and has corrupted the Sunsword, turned this town into a battlefield against these demons. We cannot have this happen again.
I'm glad, because I was running blanks on names.
You are free to change it as you wish. It does not even need to be an inn. Turn it into a house, a business, a shrine, whatever you so see fit. It is yours, your land, to do as you wish. And I am proud to have you here as citizens of my lands. Think on what you would like. Think of what I can aid you with. And we will speak again. But for now, I think a healthy donation from my treasury should at least enable you to build a future here, if that is what you wish. With that, we get the Star Wars medal scene and end chapter.
To clarify, Gruff doesn't get a medal.
Gruff doesn't get a medal, that's right.
But I also
Or we can do it like the Ewoks, where you're all banging on the heads of demons, like do 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 do.
And the ghosts of...
And then you dance with like the halflings or whatever. They're all
Who are the ghosts in that scenario? I guess Janya and the High Authority.
Yeah. But the High Authority, I think for sure. Yeah.
I get 5,000 medals, though, right? In the form of coins.
Yes, sure. But yeah, that's going to be it. That is the end of this little first arc, basically. The Ashen's Rest. We did it. To the point that we have now got a nice established base. You've got enough money to build up the inn into like a nice little home.
Cool.
We're probably going to jump back in several days later with the tournament, and we can go over things that happen in between that and stuff like that as well. And yeah, a brand new arc will begin.
Oh, we did it. We lived.
Very close, very
We're
close.
level 5 now as well.
Yeah,
5
but
big games.
that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.